jargon.
All right.
Whenever you're in an industry and you feel like, oh, I think I can use some of the jargon and people won't look at me like, you're just having fun now.
Do you think at home, like John Monton would use this, like casually, he'd be on the phone. I told him to pot the sound down. And then Mike would try to use that, but he'd always use it wrong as a boy.
Yeah, oh, yeah. He's
Dad, I got to pot the toilet lid down. No.
Dad, could you pot some more cereal in my bowl?
Wrong.
No. That's not what that means. You're an outsider looking in. And now, he's in.
An insider.
And he's like, I know how to use the word pot properly.
Did your father strike you often?
No, that would have ended very poorly for him if he had tried.
Wouldn't it be great if John Montone hit Mike and then Mike hit him back way harder?
When he was just a lad.
Just knocked him out cold.
By about 8th grade, that was a mismatch in my favor. So
That's too bad. That's too bad. Too bad he didn't get his licks in when you were younger, though, when he still could, you know?
He really should have, and it would have been quite deserved.
That's one of those things when you realize your kid's in 8th grade and can beat you up, you've missed your window of opportunity.
To smash him,
Yeah, because he's not getting any smaller.
Then again, you don't want a bunch of payback beatings coming either.
Oh, yeah.
You're probably better off not doing it, because then if the kid gets really big...
You think the kid would remember when you would beat him unmercifully as a child?
Oh,
yeah.
They remember everything.
Yeah, they do. Well, that's one of those things that I think most people would remember. Unmerciful beatings at the hands of a parent. That would probably be remembered. Poorly, too.
It shapes who people are.
That's right.
Your childhood.
That's right.
Shapes you.
Yeah.
Or a man down. So everyone's doing...
It's just the second time you mentioned.
Well, I'm just saying why Mike is there.
No. I mean, people know. We've only been on the air for a couple minutes, so you just mentioned it.
Oh, well, Travis
you had
is
already
normally,
said. Yeah.
Normally in there. Weird seeing him in here.
No. I remember you said that. Before. Why are you mentioning?
No reason.
Just a man down. You know, because that's like the second time.
I'm just watching the guys kind of...
Which guys?
Travis and Mike.
That's it?
Yep.
Why?
Or man down.
Oh, I see. Oh, so it's just the two?
Yep.
And usually it's 3.
Sure.
I see.
And then when interns come, it's 4.
But we don't have an intern
Not yet.
No. Maybe next week or the week after. And as previously reported.
Yep. There's a man down.
There we are.
We're one less than we should be.
We are a man down.
I don't know exactly what happened. I came in. Travis, what happened?
Travis.
Something occurred.
He was given the responsibilities. We are a man down.
We are a man down.
And we try to play to people's...
keep saying that.
Well, I mean, Jim had mentioned it a few times, and now it's kind of, I'm understanding. Travis, we try to play to everybody's strengths on the show, so Travis is in charge of the men. So when there's a man down, we would go to Travis for the expertise. Travis is the leader of the Hot Boys, after all.
Can't disagree with you there.
Yeah.
We are sans Rob.
Yeah, because I had done the math before.
Oh, I see.
And Jim had said usually there's 3 people in the booth, including Rob. And you had said today you were just looking at 2 people, and they were Travis and Mike.
Yep. So by process of elimination,
right?
You surmised.
I did surmise that the aforementioned man down might be our own handsome Rob.
I didn't want to come in today. And I very rarely don't want to come in. I slept poorly.
Yeah.
And I woke up and I was in such a comfortable, deep breathing. I'm like, oh, I know I could go right back for hours.
I have gotten into this habit where I'll wake up and I'm in a space like that because I was the same way. I had a very busy day yesterday. I woke up exhausted, which isn't that waking up exhausted. It's torture.
I do it every day, but it sucks.
Yes. But I look for little spaces of comfort. I'm like, okay, maybe do I have time to take a longer shower than usual, and this will be my space. I'll try to be cozy. Or I'll get in the car, and I'll go, what can I do to make this as comfortable as possible so I can feel like there's just time that I'm relaxing?
Or go out and maybe do some weed whacking.
No, what? It's so early. I'm not going to weed whack at 4:30 in the morning in the middle of winter.
I mean to relax.
That's not.
Isn't that what suburban people do to relax? Go out and weed whack on the sidewalk?
Oh, this is too much, honey. I'm going to go weed whack for a while.
Yeah, maybe cut the grass.
That's true. I tell you, I did on Sunday, because it was so nice.
Sure.
I patrolled the backyard for dog feces, and there was quite a bit.
There sure was.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, there was poundage in the bag. I probably because it's so, you try to keep up with it, but when there's snow and it's
I would
cold,
hire someone to do that.
well, I spent some time outside and I brought my son out to just run to piles of excrement and yell poop, and then I would follow him and pick it up.
Was he finding it for you?
He was, but it was probably probably 20 bowel movements.
Wow.
Yeah, but I got every last drop of it.
This morning?
No, what? No.
Was Rob in your backyard?
Is that the issue with Rob?
What is it, Travis?
What happened?
Rob's got a little, I think it's referred to as a diarrhea problem.
Well, that's the scientific.
Yeah, that's medical.
Yeah.
All right, well, let me break it down.
That's
then
for
layman.
Dr. Steve.
Yeah.
He's pooping a lot this morning.
So he was here.
Yeah.
Oh, you was. So
He came in.
at the beginning of the morn, we were not a man down.
No, we were full men.
Right. Just the way you require it.
as I like to call it.
Yes. Yes.
Sam comes in the morning. He says, "How are we?" I say, "We're full men."
Full men. Travis, are we full men this morning?
We are full.
So what happened? Rob was here. Was he kind of sloughing around?
He came in and I did notice in hindsight, which is the key.
By the way, the fact that you're using the term hindsight to describe somebody with a diarrhea problem,
It's perfect.
it's very funny because, we see hindsight through our brown eye.
We sure do.
Yes.
I noticed that he had come in and that I hadn't seen him for like a good 25 minutes. So I
Oh.
thought maybe he was just,
Sloughing off?
sloughing off.
Sure.
And then he came in and he alerted me to his poop problem.
He might have either he's sick or maybe he ate something bad.
Yeah, he
Food
doesn't know. He
poisoning.
said it just hit him when he was coming to work.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So
And Troy, you saw him as well.
I saw him. I was leaving the bathroom,
Yes.
and he was entering a stall. And I always like to see, I asked him, are you going to take a shit?
See, this is why I don't like going to the bathroom in front of you guys.
Why?
Because I don't want somebody, a friend, a colleague, a coworker
Do you know that
going,
you're shitting?
no, it's not that they know, it's to make a production out of it. Hey, you going in there to take a shit? I don't want to talk about
it's
it.
just friendly conversation.
It's not friendly.
Yeah, and you shit. Don't act like you don't shit.
Yeah.
I'm not acting like that.
Everybody poops.
I read the
Yeah.
book.
Yeah.
I've read the novel. I just don't want to have a conversation about it.
It's
You
not
want
a
to go do it
conversation.
privately. It's your private thing.
It's my private business.
We've discussed this though. Sam is ashamed
I'm not
He
ashamed.
should be.
of his bowel movement.
He doesn't like farts either.
Nope. Does not like
Doesn't
farts.
think they're funny.
Where do bowel movements come from? Your private parts.
It's true.
Private parts
both.
are for privacy. I thought so.
that's
Isn't
not
that
true.
normal? Is that not normal?
Yeah. do you think Sam doesn't like to showcase his genitals?
Yep. I think
Well,
there's
that-
something
well, first of all,
going on.
I disagree with that.
Thank you.
Because when we're standing at the urinal, he's very proud of his urine stream.
Because I do have a good heavy stream.
Got a real healthy prostate.
And it's something that makes Troy
Jerry says
envious.
there's always a fist touching it.
Not if Rob's not here.
No, I think Sam has some shame in his bowel movements.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
just-
you think he got teased when he was a kid?
Yeah.
Either that or molestation that he's.
Oh, that's right.
So if I want
Vicious, deep molesting.
if I want to make in private, as they say, if I want to just have a little bit of privacy so I could move my bowels, the only possible explanation is heavy and frequent molestation as a child.
I agree. I agree.
I like that we went around the room and it was very quickly, yes, 100%.
Yeah, we reached a consensus.
Oh, okay.
So Rob was feeling like he shat a lot.
Yeah, I guess he told Troy what 4 times already.
We should check up on, make sure he's all right.
That's actually a great idea.
How could we do that? Do we have his phone number?
We do.
Oh, you want to call?
We do.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what did he say to you, Troy?
He said he was having problems with his anus.
Oh, he did.
He said he was in a lot of pain.
Oh, no.
Oh, his anal was hurting.
Yeah.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, he might have eaten something he shouldn't have eaten. If he's not puking, though, it's probably not food poisoning. Like, diarrhea is easy. Like, it's puking that's the problem.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, diarrhea. Or you just
Get it out of your system. Go take some
Yeah.
Pepto-Bismol.
Pepto, yeah.
announce to the world you're going to go use the turlet.
Yeah, I love telling people I'm going to go use the turlet.
It would be funny if you did a diarrhea show where you were sitting in here hosting the thing, but every like 15 minutes or so you had to duck out.
Oh, I've done that. I've broadcast from the toilet.
You had good.
Oh, yeah. We have him on the phone. Rob.
No, he's not. He's not
Oh.
there yet.
Or dialing.
Oh, okay.
Dialing.
Got
Now,
excited.
wouldn't it be a huge risk to jump on a bus?
Yeah.
Very risky.
I've never prayed for traffic.
You don't have to pray. It's rush hour.
I know, but I mean, I'm praying for like an accident on the fucking
Like real
Helix.
traffic.
A Helix accident.
Yeah.
There might be a turlet on the bus.
There probably is, but who wants to sit there on that metal toilet?
Plus, everybody would know
Yeah.
because it's not the
Packed bus.
Nobody's ever supposed to shit on a bus.
I remember Kenny stunk up the front of a small plane once it landed. Once we landed and the fucking hot flight attendant was standing there and I was trying to talk to her. It was a tiny plane, so Kenny walked up to the front and shat.
Were you stuck on the tarmac?
No, we had parked at the gate.
How long does he shit in 30 seconds?
No, but he had to shit while people were getting off, so I just met him.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
And then the woman opened the door. It was just awful.
He couldn't just walk off the plane and use the bathroom at the gate?
No, I guess he really had to go.
And so he went right
A
there.
bit of immediacy. So what happened?
We got a voicemail.
Oh, send him a text.
He just texted me back.
Oh,
What did he say? What did you text him
Because
with?
I sent him the morning photo just to let him know that the show was starting.
And what did he say?
Thanks.
he just texted you?
Like 10 minutes ago.
Did you get rings or just 2 rings
No,
to
yeah, I rang the whole time.
Oh boy.
Should I text him?
Yeah,
Give him a text.
throw him a
What should I say?
text.
You know what? Maybe he's just trying. Maybe he put his phone in his bag. No, but he texted Troy back.
Say, hey, bruh.
Hey,
Okay.
yeah, say brah.
Hang on.
He might be in the tunnel.
He could be in the tunnel. That's true.
He could definitely be in the tunnel.
Yep. But if you were in the tunnel, wouldn't it be no service? Then it would only be a couple rings.
Yes, it would, Sam.
What? I don't know.
Okay, so hey, bruh.
Hey, bruh.
Yeah. How did you spell it?
BRUH.
Okay, perfect. Just text him. Send.
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah. Yep, I think so.
Okay.
Pete in North Carolina. I like the idea of him
Hey, bro.
picking up his phone, seeing a missed call, and a text from you that just
Hey,
says,
bruh.
"Hey, bruh."
All right.
I think we do have an update. Maybe is this him?
Yeah.
He's out of the tunnel or whatever.
That's probably what it was. Hello, Rob.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
We heard your anal. We heard your anal is hurting.
Yeah, I have a real bad diarrhea problem.
Where are you now?
I'm on the bus.
Where's the bus? Have you left the city yet?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I'm out of the city. In like East Rutherford.
Have you shat since you left here?
No, but my stomach hurts real bad.
How close are you to the driver?
Not close. I'm kind of sitting toward the back.
Oh.
Is it a crowded bus?
Not really. There's a couple people on it.
I guess leaving the city at this hour is not too
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
Rob, we're a little concerned about you. It might be a good idea if you just check with the driver when you're gonna reach your destination because you have to go.
Yeah.
I have to use the restroom.
Yeah.
You should check your destination.
You should check to let him know because, I mean, he should know that there's a diarrhea problem on the bus. Maybe he
Right.
would speed up a little
Yeah.
bit.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that would be. I feel like it'd be in your best
Just
interest.
to let him know. Yeah. Because,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, my stomach does hurt.
yeah.
Let me,
That's what I was
let me
thinking.
use it. Hold on one sec. Sorry. Let me walk to the front here.
All right. You could, and you don't even have to do it right from the front. You could just do it loudly.
As
from-
you're getting there.
Yeah.
Just, I don't want you to strain yourself.
And maybe just as you're walking towards the driver, say, "Excuse me." Maybe refer to him as officer. So he
I'll
doesn't.
be right. I'm gonna be right back on. Oh, sorry. Sir, how close to Essex Street? I just have a diarrhea problem, so I just want to, make... Okay. All right. Thank you.
How close are you, Rob?
He told me to look up at the street. And,
He didn't want
I
to
think about,
You're not generally supposed to talk to the drivers, are you?
no, he didn't. He didn't want to deal with me.
I am glad though that he knew that you weren't just a crazy person; that you were letting him know You had a diarrhea problem.
He said, look up at the
Yeah.
street map. That's the answer that guy gave you?
Yeah.
That guy don't give a
Well,
fuck.
there's a sign that says like where we are on, what's the next stop. So then,
Oh, it's not very helpful.
so
No.
no, not really. But I mean, I know I'm only like 12 minutes away or whatnot. So
Oh, so in hindsight, you didn't have to ask.
No.
no, I did not.
Okay. All right. Well,
So what do you think is wrong? What do you think? Do you think you ate something bad?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I put some jalapenos in my eggs this morning, and I've never done that before.
would that pass through you that quick, do you think?
I don't know. It hit me right in the middle of Times Square, and I was turtle heading all the way to work. It's terrible.
Troy said that you were complaining of a burning anus in the bathroom.
Yeah, it's still burning.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah,
I
gonna
mean,
have to rub some ointment on it later.
what are you gonna do when you go home?
Probably just take some Tums, maybe get some Pepto-Bismol, that sort of stuff.
Acid, heartburn,
Kinda relax.
indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea.
Yeah.
That should do
That's
the
right.
trick.
Absolutely.
Will your
Yeah.
wife be home when you get home, or will she have already left for work?
No, she already left for work. So
Not a bad deal.
Yeah.
Not a bad
Gets the
deal.
place to himself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Watch The Price is Right.
because otherwise you'd have to go home and tell your wife, I came home because of diarrhea.
Gets to
yeah,
jerk off in
that would be
private.
embarrassing.
An announcement for everyone that's on the New Jersey Turnpike.
Uh-oh.
Let's say about 2 miles south of Insulet Boy, going into New York City, there's a problem. There's a multi-car accident.
But yeah, that's about it.
Wait,
that-
does
wait,
that
did-
affect you?
Yeah, did that man just say there was traffic?
No, it wouldn't affect me. That was on the turnpike. I'm all on back streets.
Ah.
God, that'd be great. See him sitting there like fucking Ratso Rizzo, all uncomfortable.
Have you thought about using the bathroom on the bus?
There is no bathroom on the bus.
That's too bad.
Yeah,
Oh.
Damn it.
yeah, it's not good.
If you were just going to take some Tums or some Pepto, and you just need to be by a toilet, did you think about just doing that here?
Yeah, but I mean, I'd like to, kind of clean myself. Maybe rub the anus down a little bit, get it back to a nice, not redness.
Rob, there's plenty of people here that would do that for you.
Yeah, I know, but
That's what the hot boys are all
my
about.
stomach
Yeah.
Yeah, Rob, the hot boys help.
That's what we do for each other.
Yeah, the Jim and Sam hot boys help each other.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully tomorrow I'll be back and I won't have this issue, but maybe I'll enjoy a good rub down anywho.
Mike Montone actually looks dejected that he was not able to help you out with that problem.
Oh, well, I appreciate it, Mike.
I kind of agree with Jason. I think that Rob,
Would you want to go to Jason?
yeah.
What's up, Jason in South Carolina? You're on with handsome Rob, who is on a bus with a diarrhea problem.
Hey,
Right.
good morning. My condolences to Rob's anus, but I got to call bullshit.
Uh-oh.
Don't say bullshit. You're going to make Rob go.
Well, yeah, he could have gone down to the pharmacy, gotten a bottle of Pepto, slammed it down, stayed at work, done his job. He just wants to go home and pound that pud.
That's right.
That's all he's looking for.
I think he wants to watch some porn that he can't normally watch.
Yep,
Okay, that's
got
what.
it.
Thank you, Jason.
When you got a wife at home, you probably have limited time to yourself.
Yes, you can only masturbate when she. I mean, for me, I have to wait till Jess is asleep, and then there can be self gratification.
Do you watch porn?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
No, I just look at her while she sleeps. That's cool, right?
You jerk off to the quiet.
Yeah, it's romantic.
Her and the dog.
That's right.
I don't know. My stomach's feeling bad. I haven't been sick in the longest time, and it's just, I don't know. I feel like I just need to go home.
Rob, would you be willing to make this compromise? When I was a boy and I had to stay home from school, my mom said, okay, but no television and no video games. That way they knew that I was actually sick,
That's
that
right.
it wasn't going to be some party. Will you make the commitment to no masturbating for the whole day?
Sure. Absolutely.
Not even when you're rubbing that lotion on your anal. You can't masturbate while you're doing that.
Yeah, that gets very tempting sometimes when you're soothing it with ointment, just to let a finger mosey in.
Yeah. You
Okay,
cannot.
I promise.
When you are putting the lotion on, you have to do it in a medical way. You can't start getting recreational with your digits.
Okay, sounds good.
You promise that?
I promise.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Feel better, sweetie.
Thank you, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.
And Rob, before you say that, if there are any sort of messes on the bus, messes in the home, you can go ahead and keep us updated on that stuff.
Will do.
Okay, thank you very much, Rob. Thank you.
All righty. Sounds good. I'll see you guys.
Yep.
Bye.
See ya.
You
I
could
want him
tell.
fired.
You could tell he was really in a bad space because he's doing the sick voice.
Yeah.
Oh, my stomach hurts. Oh, I can't. I gotta go to the bathroom.
I think he just wants to jerk off to something.
You really do?
Yeah, because it's nice when you can get completely naked and jerk off with
To whatever you
lube.
want, not your partner bothering you and being self-conscious. They're gonna walk in.
And you don't have to put it on the laptop. You could do it on your phone, send it right to the TV.
Oh, I don't do that.
You can though, but I'm saying if you're celebrating the fact that you have the place to yourself, he would definitely put it on the TV and allow the volume. You know, he forget that he even lives in an apartment complex.
I think Rob has a new porn DVD.
Porn DVD.
I tried to watch a DVD yesterday by hooking up the lap because you know the fucking new laptops you can't put a USB.
Not a porno
in.
DVD.
No.
Yes.
Harriet.
Oh yeah, I haven't watched that yet.
And I put the there's like a third party connection thing, and of course it wouldn't power it, so I had to put it in the. I just used my DVD player
To your TV.
I didn't. I'm trying to watch a lot of the Oscar movies, anything that's been nominated or anybody that's been nominated.
We're trying to be more cultured.
Well, just so we can talk about it.
Yes.
I realized I have all these films. I might as well watch them, but I didn't like Harriet.
I didn't watch it yet.
I mean, the story is very interesting. It just felt like too much of a Hollywood movie.
Yes.
Too many speeches.
Right, monologues.
Yeah, like things that like, ugh.
Like when they put a speech in because they don't think that we as the audience can determine that this is an important moment just by watching the moment.
Like when she's pointing, like Harriet Tubman in one scene is, let's just say, pointing a gun at a slave owner and saying things like, nobody should own somebody. And think, well, yeah, I mean, come on, you don't need to write that.
Yeah, I know.
And that never happened.
You don't think?
Her story's interesting enough. I just thought there's too much stuff that you didn't need.
Right.
Like, it almost like the tension wasn't there. She was an escaped slave helping people get out and then this whole underground network. But the way they filmed it, I didn't feel any, like, you should feel the tension of watching this
Did they dumb it down?
I don't think they dumbed it down. It's like sometimes a movie tries to show you too many things at once.
Yeah.
And they try to hit events too fast and they don't let you get feelings for any of the people involved.
Yeah.
Like Succession there's too many things happening. You know, where it's too, I just felt like she was going, I'm not going to blow the whole movie. Her performance is very good, but like she escapes.
What?
But they cut a lot of stuff because again, they had a lot of shit to get in the movie, a lot of ground to cover. They cut some of the more tension-filled moments just to get her out. And then she comes back. And like there's just too many things happening where I'm like, I should be feeling more tension to this because it's such a scary experience, I'm sure, to go back into that territory after you've gotten out.
Well, people are so convinced that attention spans are shorter that they feel like the only way to combat that is to make something happening all the time. But that's not true. If you have something that is compelling, people will still lock on. You know, people will watch something long form and will go with your ebbs and flows and breathe with it and all that stuff, but it has to just be compelling.
Yeah, even the relationships between her and her family, they were obvious because they were you know, but they didn't introduce them enough. I didn't feel enough. Whatever. I just didn't love it. It was like it wasn't terrible, but I was like, you know, I should be feeling more watching this.
I'm boycotting the Oscars anyway.
Why?
Not enough ladies.
Was she nominated?
Best Actress, but there's only ladies in that category. That's not an accomplishment.
That's a good point. That's a really good point.
It is weird that they still have a Best Actor and Best Actress category. I think that the reason those categories exist separately and nobody really says anything about it is because the people who get nominated each, like it's easier to win an award when there's 2 awards than if you just made it one category.
I also don't mind, for some reason, Best Actor, Best Actress. I don't mind that because...
Well, why don't they do Best Male Director, Best Lady Director?
Because I think with most roles, and again, you could break them down racially too. Most roles, yeah, and sure, some of them are gender neutral, but a lot of roles are seeking a particular gender. Again, not all of them, but a lot of them are. Enough of them to justify two categories: mothers, sisters. There are certain things that just are women.
It would be funny if they did like best Samoan in a comedy.
I mean, because that's the argument people will make. Like, well, not best black,
of course.
But for director, any gender can direct, or any race can direct a
they
story.
Can tell
about
that
anybody.
story. Yeah. Well, that's what people are pretty upset about. That I saw a chart that I think in the last 10 years or something, there's only been 2 ladies nominated for best director.
Well, that's the funny part about Hollywood is they do talk more shit about diversity and about doing this, and yet when it comes down to fucking rewarding their own, boy, they fucking get right back to what they were doing.
Yeah. White men.
Hey, and then I don't have any issue with that, but don't sit there and lecture the rest of us. Gervais was so right, but you're in no position to lecture the public.
Well, that's what I mean when I say that
there's an Asian man nominated as well.
Oh yeah, no, of course. But that's what I mean when I say they cast the problems out instead of talking about what's going on within. Yeah, they also said none of the actors from Parasite were nominated.
Really?
Which people found really odd. That's one of the reasons why the movie's so good. All the actors are really good in that movie.
Yeah, but is this one where, because I saw it and I liked it, but was it that the story was so interesting and kind of unique and weird, and I don't know. I don't know if because the father was very good and the mother was good. They were all very good, but was there an Oscar-worthy performance? I don't know.
The young girl was really good too.
Yeah, she was. They were all good.
But you're right about sometimes the story almost casts too wide a shadow over everything else.
Like with Tarantino, the acting is always great, but a lot of times it's really just the screenplay is so brilliant and interesting.
Right.
That's what gets the attention.
But Tarantino does scenes where you're literally just watching actors act.
Amazing.
Same way in The Marriage Story. There were scenes in The Marriage Story where you're just watching acting happen. In Irishman, there's so much acting happening, and you're right. Parasite, it's more storytelling.
How good was that scene in fucking Marriage Story where he's arguing with her and they're having that breakdown fight when they try to have a conversation?
It's great.
It's really good. Adam Driver, I never loved, and I actually didn't like. And I saw this, I'm like, oh fuck, this guy's really great.
I've always liked him.
He's great.
I don't care about Star Wars, but I've always liked him.
Yeah, he's a great actor.
But yeah, watching the conversation, and there's no, you know what's so great? There's very little soundtrack.
Yeah.
There's you don't need a score for every single scene to tell you how to feel. I love when they don't need to put music in a movie. But they go
That's another problem I saw with Harriet. Too much fucking Hollywood music.
We know how to feel if we see what's happening.
Dude, there's one scene, again, just to digress, where there's a meeting of the Underground Railroad, people who are involved, because she didn't start it, she was just involved in it. And no, it was with a senator. She was at a senator's house, and then she steps in and begins talking, and you know what I mean. And this is wrong, and blah blah blah. And at the end, they all start clapping. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? An '80s movie? It was like a teenage coming of age film with that type of tone, where the lead makes the speech. So yeah, the music can do it to you too, and fuck things up and make it too movie-ish.
Tarantino usually does a really good job with music because he uses music almost like set decoration.
Yeah, but I hated that scene when Michael Madsen cut the ear off and he's talking to it and they're stuck in the middle with you.
I never looked at that song the same again.
I would have found a song that had ear in it.
That would have been fun.
Really good stuff.
That would have been really fun. I would have doing with a little help from my friends, and when it goes, lend me your ear, and I just do a repeat.
Yep.
Lend me your ears, and lend me your ears.
Yeah, and looped it.
I thought that would
work nicely.
It would have been better actually for the film because I didn't even get until the third time I watched it that he had cut off his ear because no one said anything. It didn't say anything in the song.
But the lack of music can be really good too, but there has to be enough where it feels like a real movie. If there's no music, it feels like they had no fucking music budget. It just feels weird and empty.
It has to feel like a choice, not like we just didn't.
Not like we didn't have the money.
Yeah,
totally. But you're right. There wasn't. They didn't overwhelm it with fucking sounds and noise.
But they start this couple who don't hate each other.
Right.
Start by just having a conversation. Okay, let's just talk this out and not deal with any lawyers. and you watch it. There's no cuts. There's no montage. You just watch a conversation and how it would happen in real life. How within 2 minutes, it just goes from two people having the best of intentions to just degenerating into a knockdown dragout.
And they vilify the lawyers in a way that seems very realistic. I've obviously never been through a divorce, but when you look at it, you watch it and go, these are two good people that had a marriage that just didn't work and they grew apart.
Yeah.
And this is probably how shit happens, where you understand how people start blaming each other, both seeing it from their points of view. It was really fucking well done.
And the lawyers tell you, well, you have to do this, otherwise that will happen.
And yet it turns out that they're right.
Yeah.
Like, as much as they're fucking lawyers and they're like, Ray Liotta was so fucking good and kind of smarmy and shitty, but you're like, guy knows. The nice guy, Alan Alda, was like, ugh.
Right. He's like, yeah, Alan Alda's trying to, like, at the end of the day, you're both people. And Ray Liotta's going, this is how the law works.
Yeah.
This is what you have to do.
You got to go back to New York.
Yeah. And you're looking at these lawyers who are like, I'm going to save your life. Unless you can't pay my bill, then you're on your own. And there's that lack of humanity.
Yes.
Is nuts.
And the Hollywood angle of the good lawyer, and again, I don't mean to blow it, so again, you turn it off for 5 minutes. We're not going to blow everything,
We're
but
talking about Marriage Story. It's on Netflix.
the Alan Alda's character, you expect, like, oh, the lawyer's going to come in and the good guy lawyer, and it's just, they do things what felt like pretty realistically. And I know a lot of divorces are horrible, but it just seems like a really draining experience.
Right.
Like, I'm sorry to hear that you're going through it.
I'm not.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I'm in a very good place.
Okay.
But because you always see movies, every
Yes.
movie has to. Yeah, that wasn't the end of my sentence. They have to sensationalize things. Like,
Yeah.
we have to see the craziest divorce ever or the
Right.
ugliest divorce ever. You're looking at a divorce that's actually a pretty typical, in a lot of respects, a best case scenario divorce, and it's still just ugly and tense, and you just have this knot in your stomach the whole time you're watching it.
How great was her mother? She was the lead in Airplane. That's who that is.
Yeah.
And she was fucking hilarious. I forget her
Troy's
name.
interested all of a sudden.
The one who played the lead, whatever her name is, Julia Haggerty. Is that her name?
The
Julia
blonde.
Haggerty? Yeah, she
Yeah.
was so good. Oh, Ted.
Yeah.
God, is she Ted Stryker? Fucking masterpiece that film is.
Best movie of all time.
It might be. It's up.
really great.
It's up there with The Godfather.
It's really
Airplane.
great. Airplane's amazing.
And the original Naked Gun, there's a couple of them with, as well as Leslie Nielsen. There's nobody in Hollywood history better at that. And don't do this. Like that fucking deadpan.
Yeah.
God, was Airplane funny.
Don't call me Shirley.
Zucker Brothers.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
What else? I don't think they did much else after that.
I don't know, but that's all you need to do,
Did
right?
they write it or direct it?
Directed.
Okay, I don't know why I thought Zemeckis. Did Zemeckis write that?
Yeah.
Or is Robert? Or am I crazy? Does Zemeckis have anything to do with Airplane?
Didn't David Zucker go on to find, he created Facebook?
Yes, he did.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
All right. I knew I wasn't crazy.
I
They
didn't
did
s-
Kentucky.
I remember that when I was a kid. That was the big movie. Bill D'Angelo used to always talk about Kentucky Fried Movie. Yeah, I hadn't seen it. Airplane. I wouldn't give Kentucky Fried Movie over Airplane. It wasn't
I
funny.
think it's just chronological.
Oh, is it chronological? Okay.
Yeah, this is just the movies they did.
Oh, they did. They did all those.
David Zucker directed all these.
Oh fuck! I called Zemeckis.
Did you know David Zucker directed Basketball, Travis? The guy who directed Airplane directed Basketball?
I didn't know that.
Hell yeah.
I love
Wow,
baseball.
Ruthless People.
Basketball's so good.
Holy shit! Is that a fucking funny movie? With
I
Bette
never
Midler and Danny DeVito.
I never saw it.
But Danny DeVito plays like a millionaire, and I think Bette Midler is his wife, and she's kidnapped. And I want to say Judd Nelson is
Judge Reinhold?
There you go.
Yeah.
Judge Reinhold, I think, is in it. It's can we look at the cast, please, of Ruthless People?
Ruthless People.
From 1986. I haven't seen in fucking so many years, but that is a goddamn funny movie. Zucker did all these movies?
Zucker did Phone Booth?
Holy shit. What a funny bastard.
Phone Booth is, what's
see.
his name's, Heath, what's his name?
You know his name.
Bill Pullman.
It's his greatest movie.
Kiefer Sutherland, that is not his greatest movie.
Heath or Sutherland, I think his name is.
Yeah, DeVito, Bette Midler, Judge Reinhold.
Interviewed the man.
Who's at the bottom of that tray? Anyone interesting down at the
Hello, I can see you are on the phone right now. I can see you, but you can't see me.
Stupid.
If you hang up the phone, I'm gonna be mad.
You should
It's a good movie.
rent that if you get a chance, or
Phone
rent
booth?
it. But no, buy it on not rent it, but buy Ruthless People I would recommend seeing. I haven't seen it in a long time, but I remember being Danny DeVito is really good in that.
You ever see Phone Booth?
No, I've never heard of it.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking about a phone booth.
Colin Farrell is in the phone booth.
Oh yes, I have.
He's like, "Let me hang up this phone," and then Heather Sutherland is all like, "Nope, don't hang up the phone. I'm going to be so mad at you."
Why does he sound like that?
That's his voice. He's famous for his voice.
It's Forrest Whitaker.
Sounds like the old man in The Simpsons.
And then he's like, "Oh, gray mare, hang up the phone. That's a peddling."
Katie Holmes.
Old gray mare is the other one. Yeah, Katie Holmes is Colin Farrell's wife, and Colin Farrell is a bad guy, or maybe she's his mistress, and Heather Sutherland wants to make Colin Farrell do the right thing from a phone booth.
I think I remember that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I saw it.
His face is only in the movie at the very end, and it's blurry.
Kiefer?
Yeah.
Just his voice.
It's
like
his voice because he's on the other end of the phone.
John Forsythe did the same thing in Charlie's Angels.
And then Colin Farrell's like, "Can I hang up this phone? The cops are telling me to hang up this phone." And then Kiefer's like, "No." He goes, "Oh, no."
Do you know who John Forsythe is?
Yeah.
He's the first celebrity I ever saw in L.A. When I stayed at the Wyndham Bellage. It was the weekend I met Dice with Florentine, Rich Francesi, and Lenny Marcus. We all shared a room in like 1997.
Wow.
And it's now the London Hotel. But John Forsythe I saw walking into the hotel. I was like, fuck, that's the guy from Dynasty.
Yeah.
And of course, on Justice for All. You ever see that with Al Pacino?
Yep.
He plays this shitty rapist judge.
Oh, yeah.
That's John Forsythe.
Yeah, is his brother William Forsythe?
I don't know. It's a good
I
question.
think that's another Forsythe. I think there's a Forsythe family.
It's funny, Abdul-Jabbar is the lead in Airplane.
Of course he is. He's the biggest star ever.
That's why I became a Laker fan, by the way. Watching that movie, and then I walked by Caldor, watched a game, and Lakers were playing, and I recognized Kareem. So that's why he became my favorite player, because I just knew him from a movie.
I became a fan of Homicide because of The Naked Gun, because of OJ.
Really?
No, I mean,
I prefer his later work.
I said Homicide.
Oh, I'm thinking of a movie.
Instead of his team.
Sorry, I'm tucking
His
out.
murder. Just a little joke.
Yeah, no, I'm a fan of familiar bloodbaths.
Let's go to Dan on Long Island. What's up, Dan?
Morning, guys. I just actually want to hear you guys' opinions on The Sandman getting snubbed for Uncut Gems. And are you ready for the worst movie ever made?
I love what he said. Thank you, Dan.
What he said? I didn't see the movie.
I think he did get snubbed, and we talked about this a little bit yesterday when the Oscar nominations first came in. Adam Sandler didn't get the nomination. Uncut Gems is great. It's a really, really good movie, and Adam Sandler carries the whole thing on his back. I think he's in like every scene.
Wow.
Everybody's good in it, but it's just so much Adam Sandler, and he's so not being Adam Sandler. He's actually acting and being a character.
Did he get snubbed in everything or just the Oscars?
Everything.
Yeah. He wasn't nominated, which I think has more to do with him being Adam Sandler than his performance.
I think it's because the field is so strong this year.
Don't say it again.
Let me ask you a question.
But it's true. I mean, there's only, 5 spots?
I think, yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
He plays, I want to see it. I have not seen it.
So good.
So he plays a diamond, like a jeweler, like a diamond dealer in the Diamond District here in the city. And he just makes bad decisions.
Okay.
And he's a gambler.
Okay, I'll see.
That's all.
Is it still in theaters?
Yes.
Yeah, you can find it in theaters, yeah.
Okay, I'll check it out.
And KG's
I want
in
to
it.
see it.
You didn't get a screener?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think I got a screener of it yet.
Do you?
I mean, I didn't get one personally, but I have one.
I want to see one.
Travis does things off the books,
Oh.
if you know what I mean. Sometimes Travis checks his movies out under the table.
Oh, I wish you would do something off a stool. Having a rafter.
No, I got it.
Okay.
Let's just say Travis uses torrents.
Okay, now you're
Oh.
a little too on the nose.
Okay,
Hey,
sorry.
what do you mean you use torrents?
That's what I meant.
Okay, now you're just doing Shining references.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I got
What
it.
are you using, Travis?
It's what Jack does, and it's what Jack's
Yeah.
name is.
Yeah. So when do you think maybe Travis should go to a doctor?
Yeah, you should go see it.
Yeah, it's very good.
It's really good.
But I mean, I think this was the one shot that Adam Sandler had to get an Oscar. I love that there's appreciation coming back for Adam Sandler because he went on this run that people were like, fuck him.
Well, he did a couple of films that were like, got
lackluster.
Yeah,
we'll
the
say.
Netflix ones are a little rough.
Yeah. Well, see, that's what happens. Like, Netflix doesn't have a quality control department. They just go, you're famous, come do whatever you want. And there is a beauty to that. I watched the Sandy Koufax or whatever that movie's called.
Sandy Wexler.
And as much as it was terrible, there was a beauty.
Was it terrible?
Terrible.
I saw part of it. I couldn't get through it.
It's so long. There was a beauty to the fact, though, that I knew that Adam Sandler just came in, he got his friends together, and he just did exactly what he wanted to do.
It's his production company.
Yeah.
I read a whole thing about it. Like, he has complete control over his movies, and they make enough money to, like, more than cover what they cost.
And I love that. Like, it doesn't... that it's unfiltered. That
Does he have Final Cut?
Yeah.
It's his production company, and he gets a say in everything. That's why it was also a big deal that he did Uncut Gems, because he never does movies where he's not in control.
Complete control. Autonomy.
Control.
And he puts all his buddies in it.
Yeah.
Like, it's just... If you got to deal with Netflix and you just wrote whatever you wanted, he doesn't have to think about box office. He doesn't have to think about whatever it's called when you put it in front of audiences and they tell you that it sucks and you should change it.
Screening it.
Yeah. Yeah, he doesn't have to worry about test screening. Focus groups, executives, notes. He just shows up. He goes, this is what I want to do. It's like Scorsese and, Scorsese is Scorsese, but it's like The Irishman. Like, people were like, that movie was too long. No, it was exactly how long Scorsese wanted it to be.
It was what he wanted to do, yeah.
That's the beauty. You get to see what these people want to do. And I love that. And Adam Sandler's work in the early 90s, as far as comedies go, is so uncontested.
Yeah, he made a decent amount of money.
That he can do whatever he wants to do. He went, look at this run. Airheads.
The Dog Police didn't do well.
I'm not talking about Dog Police.
Oh.
Airheads is where I'm starting.
All right.
Billy Madison. Happy Gilmore.
Larry Sanders Show bombed.
No, it didn't.
Oh, okay.
Wedding Singer. Waterboy. Big Daddy. Little Nicky will skip. That was where it started to get
How
a little
about Deuce Bigelow?
We just a voice in it, though. That's not one of his movies. Like, he acted
Punch
in
Drunk Love.
He was incredible in it. It's a great movie, but that's not an Adam Sandler
I have
movie.
never seen a full Adam Sandler movie, except I've never watched one from beginning to end.
They're amazing.
I can't tell if Jim would like him or not.
He would not, I don't think. He'd have to be in a very...
Do you guys like him?
They're incredible.
God. Billy Madison might be my
won't
favorite
like him.
comedy.
Shooter McGavin's one of the great movie villains of all time. You gonna lay by the bay with some hay? I just may. What do you say?
So great that he still calls himself that on Twitter.
Shooter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The actor.
Yeah.
Whatever his name is.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know what his name is.
Shooter McGavin.
I see him pop up in other things. I go, look at Shooter.
The Longest Yard, he played Paul Crewe, which I don't think I saw. I saw some of. I might have seen all that film.
The Longest Yard was okay, but that's where it starts to...
Well, you didn't need to remake it because it wasn't a special effect. You didn't need to remake Burt Reynolds' role.
No, I think it was just about... They like to remake movies like that because they could get all the stars of day in the movie.
Yeah, Chris Rock was in it. I know Joey Diaz was, if I remember, good in it. Yeah,
Stone Cold was in it. But then he started doing like,
What year was that?
2003, 2004, something like that.
Plus, he already
2005.
did a football movie.
Huh?
He already did a football movie.
Foosball. That was a foosball movie. You're talking about the Water Boy?
That's right. Can't do that anymore.
Big Show's in it.
Yes, he is.
Jack and Jill, Pacino's finest moment.
Captain Insano.
Jack and Jill's not.
No,
Is that his best film?
We don't bring that up.
No, Jack and Jill and this whole more recent era, he's just gotten slammed for his choices, but he just does what he wants to do. Grown Ups is like, people miss the old Adam Sandler, but he has said on record, I don't know where it was, but he said that if he doesn't get an Oscar nomination for Uncut Gems, he's going to go make the worst movie anybody's ever seen. Just because he can. He's got another deal with Netflix, doesn't he? Didn't he just sign another deal to make more movies?
Wasn't his original deal like 7 films or something?
I think so.
Yeah,
I thought it was only 3. Wow, is it that many, huh?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, like I said, he just...
Some of them are very, very long.
Can't
so
concentrate.
It's very loud.
Very loud.
What did you want to say about Adam Sandler? I have no control over the volume of my voice. People just call the show now to hear Mike Montone loudly respond to them. Yeah.
Mike's a loud fellow.
He's so loud.
Yeah.
Worst movie ever after the Uncut Gems Oscar snub.
He sounds like fucking Duvall in Apocalypse Now. Travis is trying to talk. You hear, yeah, what kind of board do you use, Lance?
His obsession with Lance is...
He doesn't care about anything.
Nope.
You know, for 1 second he puts up his hand, 629er, then he goes in and bombs everybody. It's the flare. He doesn't give a fuck.
Great scene.
I love when they're flying over. He goes, look, watch that break.
All he cares about.
All he cares about is the fucking is the waves.
He just wants to impress him.
Yeah, that's so great.
So good.
Also,
and then he fucking bombs the tree line so they can surf.
I also love that Adam Sandler looks like a younger Rich Voss in Uncut Gems.
He does. And a more successful one.
Yes. And there's another joke there, but I don't want to spoil anything. Travis, you get it, right?
I get it.
Very similar to ones I've made about you in other programs.
Yes.
Chris in New Jersey.
What's up, hot boys?
Hey, what's up? Hot boy saying, what's up?
I think it's bullshit that Mike Francesa didn't get supporting actor, but I know, according to Travis, it's a crowded field. So
Travis has said on record that the field is crowded. What about for best supporting actor, Travis? Also a crowded field?
Very crowded.
But how great would it be?
I would love Francesa to get nominated.
He was great in the movie. To sit there and say, Joe Pesci, Al Pacino, Mike Francesa.
It showed up. It's always the director that gets credit.
He is good in the movie.
I'm sure he's terrific.
It is a very New York movie.
Very New York.
Mike Francesa isn't playing himself.
Now, Francesa's still on the radio, right?
No.
Yes. He's not in his time slot.
Is he doing those little 30-minute?
He's on. They call it the
things?
Mike Francesa Dirty 30, as named by the last professional broadcaster Sam Roberts.
It's the Francesa Tight 30.
He does a tight 30.
When?
Which I've read has been lackluster.
I think it's at 6:30. I think it's close to the end of what his original time slot was.
Yeah, it's 6. I believe it's 6:30, and I believe that it tails off on. He does like an hour exclusively for Radio.com. And then he does a half hour that's simulcast on the website and on the Fan.
What a disastrous deal.
I mean, talk about tarnishing your legacy at the end of the thing.
No one, because you know what it is? He's panicking. He's seeing all this technology and things to do, and he's just trying to grab onto it, hoping that this thing, because somebody told him, go viral, or he doesn't realize that it's just you're a New York guy. People don't give a shit about you anywhere else.
All the money is in digital now. You would have thought, after the Mike's On app, or whatever the app was called, he'd go like, maybe apps aren't my thing.
He was on TV. What happened? Did he just want to come off? He should have got back with Mad Dog, I think. Unless those guys really don't like each other.
Well, I think Sirius wasn't going to pay him a whole bunch of money.
Yeah, Mad Dog wanted him here.
Yeah, I think Sirius was like, look, you're big in New York, but that's it.
Well, I don't think they were going to pay him the money that he thought he
That's what I
deserved.
mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure he would have gotten a nice
They-
paycheck.
I mean, they gave Mad Dog a good amount of money.
Bro, they pay you, you know what I'm saying?
Well,
So
that's on a weekly basis.
that is.
They can
It's-
stop that whenever they want.
Oh, it is? It's week to week at the moment?
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, did you hear Mike Montone?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, Mad Dog wanted him to come do a thing on his station. They would have changed it to the Mike and the Mad Dog station. Then they would have done one show together a week.
Yeah.
I think it sounded like a perfect idea.
And he would have been heard everywhere.
Everywhere.
But again, the money might have been a lot lower than he wanted.
Yeah, because
but
Sirius
now look.
realized there is a financial limit to the amount of money we will pay somebody to talk to the entire country about the Mets every day.
Yeah, and plus the longer it goes without them being together. I mean, they were great together, but the less interest people have because it's just people forget so fucking quick, man.
That's the way shows work.
It really is. Yeah.
Yeah.
They do forget.
Yeah.
Although they like to remind you. They like to remind people of how much better they were at a certain point.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I do wish Mike Francesa worked here, though. That'd be so cool. I just wait here every
You like seeing him in
afternoon.
the hallway?
Yeah, I'd sit in the lobby, wait
Would you
till
say
2
hello to
o'clock.
him?
No, I'd keep it to myself.
Would you have him on the show?
I'd kiss the hand of the Pope. I love Mike Francesa. And he was terrific in this movie. He was acting, and he was good.
Yeah.
He played a bookie, a sports bookie. What do you mean you want to put a bed in? You know, I was like, and he cursed. You don't hear Mike Francesa curse. He's on terrestrial radio here on New York on the Fan. Matthew in North Dakota.
Yeah, I'm calling about the Oscars. Well, Adam Sandler. My favorite Adam Sandler movie is Reign Over Me because he does such a great job at dramatics in that movie.
Do you have a job? Do you have a job in radio? You have a really comforting voice.
Anyway, of course, my favorite Adam Sandler movie is Reign Over Me, but they always get the Oscars wrong. Like, they gave it to Pulp Fiction one year when they should have gave it to Shawshank Redemption.
Wait, did Pulp Fiction actually win the Oscar? We talked about this the other day.
Yes, I think they did.
Hold on, we'll look it up while you're here so we can humiliate you if you're wrong.
What's your favorite Adam Sandler movie?
Pulp Fiction.
Billy Madison and Reign Over Me, but Reign Over Me was such a great movie.
Hold on now. Did it win it won Best Original Screenplay?
And Best Director.
It did not win Best... Wait, did it win Best Picture or no?
Yes, Best Picture, yeah.
Nominee. It was a nominee. It did not win.
Oh, it just won Screenplay, sir.
It won Screenplay, sir. Your lies are catching up with you.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for taking my call anyway.
What if you could watch one Adam Sandler movie right now, what do you think it would be?
One Adam Sandler movie. I love Reign Over Me. I love Anger Management. I love Billy Madison.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're all great.
Could you rank your top three?
I like Reign Over Me, Billy Madison, and Anger Management. That's my top three.
I've never seen a full Adam Sandler movie. I've seen like moments of this and that and moments of Waterboy. If I was going to watch one Adam Sandler movie, what do you think it should be? Like that I should start with?
Well, I'll tell you one movie that you shouldn't watch that Adam Sandler in. It's Zohan. That was a horrible movie. That was unwatchable.
Why
movie.
was it bad? I remember it. What was wrong with it?
It was just bad acting, bad comedy. You could see the jokes coming from a mile away. It was just not a great Adam Sandler movie.
What did you like? What was the Adam Sandler movie that you liked that maybe Jim should watch?
Yeah, something that you would recommend.
What's your favorite?
I told you, Billy Madison and Reign Over Me and Anger Management.
What is Reign Over Me? I never heard of that.
He plays a widow of a 9/11.
Plays a woman?
No, he plays a widower of a 9/11 of his wife died on 9/11.
In Billy Madison?
No, in Reign Over Me.
Oh, is it a drama? I guess it is, right?
It's a drama. I think you guys are just screwing with me now.
No, that I'm actually asking you for real. I never saw it. I've never seen it. Never. It was Don Cheadle. Okay, I love Don
Sandler
Cheadle.
and Don Cheadle.
Okay.
All right, thank you, Matthew.
Yeah, I'll watch it. Call back again, but not with other stuff. Hello,
Matthew.
Hello.
Hey, Matt.
What?
Okay, no, we're saying that I've never seen any of those films.
Okay, I thought we were done with the conversation.
No, not quite yet.
No, just talking films. I mean, why not? The phones are light. We'll chat with you.
You know, I was getting wet the other day. You know what was happening?
What?
There was rain over me.
Okay. Well, you guys have a good day.
Okay, goodbye, Matthew.
Goodbye.
I love Matthew.
Yeah.
I've never seen Rain Over Me.
I have not either.
Makes me want to check it out, though. I heard
it's familiar.
I heard it was good. Yeah, I remember when it came out.
Matthew's spreading his lies about Pulp Fiction.
He is. It's not true.
Didn't Shawshank win that year?
No, Forrest Gump won that year.
Forrest Gump?
Again, crowded field.
That was, yeah. That's the answer you get if you're trying to insert finger number 7 in Travis's hiney. It's a crowded field.
7, not yet. Forrest Gump, Pulp Fiction, Quiz Show, Shawshank, 4 Weddings and a Funeral.
Oof.
4 Weddings and a Funeral.
I mean, come on.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, aside from that one, those are all incredible
huge
movies.
films.
Yeah.
Quiz Show is good.
Quiz Show is one of my favorite movies. I love.
It's
Quiz
underrated.
Show. It's so fucking good.
It's good, but it's not as good as fucking Pulp Fiction or Forrest Gump.
It's not.
But when you watch that, like, I get lost in the story.
Peter McGavin.
And then right after it, I go, why is everybody making such a big deal about this fake game show? Who cares if it's fake? It's a TV show.
I know.
Why
They gave me the answers.
He was so good in it.
John Turturro.
Yes,
John
right.
Turturro's so good.
He's a great actor.
I know they're giving him the answers because they gave me the answers.
Yeah, it's a very good movie. Although I prefer stuff in Spike Lee. What was the one?
Do the Right Thing.
I never saw that. Is that a Spike Lee film?
It's either him or Scorsese. It's a New York movie.
I'll
I get
look that up.
confused. Yeah.
Where he's where he's dating the fucking real angry racist kid in Brooklyn. We don't like it.
It's not Crooklyn, is it?
Not Crooklyn. It might have been. Was it Do the Right Thing or was it another?
Spike Lee's movies are real good.
I'm trying to remember the one where John Turturro, where Anthony Quinn plays his father.
It might be
It might be. I just don't remember.
I think it's Do the Right Thing.
It might
be
be.
Do the
I
Right
haven't
Thing.
seen it in so fucking long.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
that it?
I don't know for sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. I don't think he's worked with Spike
Sorry,
Lee.
Danny Aiello, Ozzie Davis, Ruby.
Oh, no, they have, yeah. Maybe. I don't know.
He played Pino in
Turturro. No, that's not. Oh, Giancarlo Esposito. That's right. Bugging out. Yeah, that was.
Yes.
That was Robin Harris was in that. Yeah.
Such a good movie.
By the way, that Do the Right Thing with Anthony Quinn is not it. Don't tell me it's not Jungle Fever. Is it Jungle Fever?
In the meantime,
It might be Jungle Fever.
It could be Mike in New Mexico.
Hello, Mike.
Hey,
Hey, bud.
good morning, my beautiful sexual fantasy friends. I love you guys, man. You beautiful bastards.
Hey.
Did you know, Sam?
Yeah.
I'd seen a picture of you. I didn't see it. Yeah, that beard looks pretty good on you. You're doing a fucking fantastic job at WWE. I haven't seen it in such a long time, but I watch it because of you. I'm a fan of yours now.
I appreciate that.
Your interviews are fucking outstanding.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, he's marvelous.
And Jim is the best fucking comedian in the fucking entire world in history.
True.
Oh, well, thank you. That's very kind of you, Mike.
True.
Oh, God, man. Jim, I love you, man. I'll do anything for you. I wish I had a 17-inch clit. I'll give it to you.
Thank you very much. I would very much appreciate that.
Yeah.
Uncut Gems.
Yes.
Adam Sandler movie. Fucking phenomenal movie, man. Fucking phenomenal movie. Did you guys see it?
Yes, we've been talking about it.
I've not seen it.
Oh, my God. You know what it is? I'm a truck driver, and I lost signal, and
I
you
see.
mentioned it, and that's why. Yeah,
Yes,
now
yes,
I
it's
got
great.
signal. All right, man. That's all I got to say.
Okay, thank you, Mike. I appreciate the
Hey,
call.
one more thing. You got
Yeah.
the best staff in the world. You got the
Well,
best staff in the world.
Apparently not the best phone screeners, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right, man. Have a good day.
Talk to you later, Mike.
Bye.
He's over there yelling, letting everybody through.
This is going to drive me crazy. What fucking... I don't want to look it up because I can't believe I can't remember it. What
Just
was...
look it up. Do yourself a favor. Do everybody a favor.
It's John Turturro.
Travis.
No, his sister was Annabella Sciorra.
Could you do me a favor and look it up and just shout it out?
Yeah, it's The Big Lebowski.
Big Lebowski.
Ah, that's right.
I can't believe Spike Lee also did the Big Lebowski. He's so talented.
Where he's in... they're in Brooklyn. John Turturro. Anthony Quinn's his father.
Did Spike Lee do
all right,
Fargo?
yeah, no, Danny Aiello is his father in fucking in Do the Right Thing, right? And he screams at his father.
So always do the right thing?
I know what it is.
No, it's not. Don't tell me it's driving me. It's not. It's
Should I
not.
tell Sam?
Yes.
Sam, do you want to know?
Don't.
Yes.
Don't. It's not.
Should I tell
She's
you
got to
over the
have it.
microphone?
Yes.
It's not. School days.
It's Jungle Fever.
It's What is it? Jungle Fever?
Maybe you said
I
that,
was just
bro.
telling it to Sam.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Travis said Jungle Fever.
You know what? I wouldn't have.
You said Jungle Fever before.
I did, but then I was like, no, because we looked at the cast. I didn't see Anthony Quinn. Oh, he didn't. He,
Jungle Fever.
we brought. You,
Yeah,
you
do the
brought
right
up.
thing.
You brought up Jungle Fever. Sorry. Okay. You didn't bring up Jungle. I looked at it on my phone. Didn't see it. I looked at the cast and didn't see Anthony Quinn's picture. Whatever. Who cares? I'm just.
No, I was just thinking that. Jake in North Dakota. What's up, Jake?
Oh, hello. I'm just calling to talk about Adam Sandler and how great his movies are.
He's fantastic. He's incredible. I love that the tide has turned. That everybody shifted, and that there is an air of Adam Sandler appreciation floating amongst us.
Yeah, I'm so excited for the next Netflix movie. That's going to be the same as his last three.
Okay, now I feel like you're being sarcastic.
Yeah,
I
that
feel-
doesn't
okay,
sound
now
very
that's-
genuine.
No.
That doesn't.
You don't have to be saying Jimmy's better than Mike Machete. That would be being sarcastic.
Well, hey, that's really hurtful.
That's upsetting.
For me and Mike.
Jake, this is a negative call.
Yeah, Jake, this
I'm
is
starting
not
to feel
making
like
anyone
you
feel
are a
good.
negative person.
No. Positive Pete.
Okay, I hope so. All right, I'll talk to you later, Jake. Should we take a break? What do you think?
Yeah. Here's what I think.
Give it some thought.
I'm going to be in the Wilbur Theater in Boston, and I'm also going to be in Connecticut. That's April, I think 3rd and 4th or 4th and 5th. It's a Friday, Saturday. I should probably know that, but I'm just too lazy to remember.
Oh.
And you can watch the new Chip podcast is up. It's a really funny one we did right when we came back with Anthony and Sue Costello. It's a very funny episode. So if you want, check out the new Chip podcast. It is now up on Chipperson YouTube.
By the way, I tweeted, there are a couple things that I tweeted out that we could tweet out as a show too. My Twitter is not Sam. The show is Jim and Sam Show. Over the weekend, somebody did an incredible intro with our theme song. I don't know if you saw it.
I did not.
It was one of the greatest deep fakes I've ever seen. They taped our photo over different actors' heads.
Oh, it's awesome.
Fantastic.
I have not seen that.
Maybe, you know what? We'll watch it after the break so you can see it. It's great. And also, yesterday I tweeted, somebody did a video where they took Bob Kelly talking about food being his best friend. And then they just played the song "People Let Me Tell You About My Best Friend" and did animations of Bob Kelly running through the beach and hanging out with different food items.
Oh, I'd love to see that.
It was really, really funny. So whoever did that, I tweeted it out. That guy's very good. And we'll talk about all that stuff.
Also, too, one thing I forgot, on Twitch, I joined Twitch. I'm not using it yet, but whoever has Chip Chipperson on Twitch.
Fuck you.
No, well, you're not using it. No one is using it. So if you know who has Chip Chipperson, I would love to get that. So if you happen to have it, sometimes people grab it and hold it for you, or they just don't use it.
I would assume they got to be listening if they grabbed it, right?
Maybe, yeah. It's the real Jim Norton at Gmail. If you could send me an email, I'd really appreciate it. Because I got Jim Norton, but Chip Chipperson. Jim Norton was available. Chip Chipperson wasn't.
Well, of course. It's a hot item. We'll be back. Stay tuned.
That was annoying, yeah.
And he wouldn't talk to us about it.
Yeah, he was here, right? Yeah.
He was either in studio or on the phone. I don't remember.
Do you remember, Mike?
Well, Mike wasn't here. That was a long time ago.
I think he was in the studio.
It might have been. Okay.
Yeah.
That's how memorable he was without talking about his big dick. I don't remember if he was sitting next to me or on the phone. But then he gets a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Now he's out doing interviews, and he says that not only could his dick not fit in his pants to the network's standards, but it was so big that the network wanted him to take pills so that his dick would get smaller. That's what he says.
Someone's been slipping me those pills.
Oh, is that right? Yes. Is that why he keeps shrinking?
Yes.
Do you believe him that the network that his dick was so big, Robin's penis was so large?
No, I don't.
That they wanted him to take medication.
No, they probably wanted him to take something like saltpeter because they figured like his dick maybe was plumping up at times, or maybe they thought, hey, you're getting half hard. So
he was showing up on, he was looking like Jason Derulo on Instagram. He was just showing up on set with an erection.
Who's Jason Derulo?
Jason Derulo is the he's a first he was an R&B singer. This is like a pop star type guy. Now he's in the film Cats. But he's become most famous on the internet for his big penis. And he talks about it.
Okay.
He gained a controversy because he posted a photo. It was all wet. There it is. And you could clearly see he's erect. He says he's not erect, but he's clearly erect. I mean, look at how big that dick is.
Yeah, why wouldn't he? Why is he getting criticism for that? Why wouldn't
he didn't get criticism for that. He criticized Instagram. Instagram took the picture down because they were like, you can't just put your dick on Instagram.
But they didn't cancel his account.
No, they just took the picture down.
Okay.
But he was like, I didn't even. He said that it's not his fault. He said I wasn't even hard, which that's a lie.
I think that's incorrect.
And he said it's not his fault that that he's got the anaconda, and he started calling it the anaconda. And then
do girls like him?
Now they do.
Yeah.
And then he got even more into the muckety muck of everything with Cats, and didn't help the Cats controversy of how bad that movie was when he claimed that when they went into the CGI, they CGI'd his penis out.
Well, yeah, he should. It's a kid's movie.
Well,
nobody wants to see your dick bulge.
Well, that's kind of what ABC's reasoning was with Burt Ward.
He did not have. Burt Ward and Jason Derulo were not even comparable. I don't think.
We
don't know that.
I don't think Burt Ward's penis.
You can see his bulge a little bit.
A little bit. I don't think Burt Ward's penis was that big.
I don't think Cats told Jason Derulo to take some pills.
No, they were like, we'll just CGI. We'll take care of that in post.
They said, we'll neuter you.
Cats. That's right.
I heard that was a great movie. I want to see it.
You did?
Yeah.
I heard the opposite.
Oh.
You know when you can tell it's a great movie?
When
they put out a week 1 patch and they send it to theaters. When a video game comes out.
Yeah.
It's normal for them to put out a day 1 patch.
Yep.
So you get the video game, you download the video game, and then you also download the patch so it gets updated and so it's ready to go. That would have helped probably when WWE 2K20, when that game came out.
Is that fixed?
Well, unfortunately, over the holidays, it's tough for a lot of people to find out because there was another unforeseen glitch where it had the Y2K virus. It didn't work when the clock hit 2020.
Really?
Yeah, it couldn't sign on to the game.
Are they firing the people who made that terrible game?
I have no idea what's going on with it. But
so it's not fixed yet?
No. They fixed that part. You can sign into the game. But no, the glitches, it's still, I mean, it's ridden with glitches. It will never be fixed.
Why?
It's over.
How did that happen?
It's an elephant graveyard of a video game.
Are people complaining about it?
Yes. I think it's great. I think...
the tables disappearing and a leg showing up.
Wrestlers were quicksanding into the ring. They were knee walking.
That's great.
The referees were sliding around like a slug. I think that they should they should never update the game. That they should let it just sit as history. Like, this is a moment in history. Anybody who wants the biggest disaster ever, you can play this game.
Do you think Vince was unhappy with it?
He couldn't have been thrilled. And then let's put all our energy into the next game.
Next one, yeah.
Yeah, hopefully. But Cats, normally it doesn't happen in movies, right? Normally, once a movie comes out, it comes out.
Yep.
Not only did the director, as if it was a good thing, the problem with this movie was the CGI and everything.
It was amazing, right?
They only gave him 6 months. It was 6 months between the time they finished filming and the time the movie came out. Animated movies take 2 years. At least. This movie, 6 months.
Yeah, it's a bunch of cats running around. Meow!
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Singing. Fuck them.
What do you got to do? And they were advertising it based on digital fur technology. They said this was the new big thing. Digital fur technology. It was going to change everything. And the director came out, Tom Hooper, at the premiere. He said that he had finished the movie at 8 a.m. the day before. So he finished the movie 24 hours before the premiere happened. Right. They did press screenings before the premiere, and it wasn't finished. There were full scenes in front of a green screen on the movie that they showed the press.
What is the fucking studio doing, pushing so hard to get it out when it's not done?
Put it out for next Christmas. If you want it to be a Christmas movie, there'll be another Christmas.
Right.
Give it another year. You can't let critics watch a movie where the green screen is still in it because you haven't finished it just yet.
Was that the only issue with the movie?
I mean, first of all, the whole story of Cats is insane, fucking acid trip crazy. So even if it's the most technologically advanced, the only reason it worked on Broadway is because it was so immersive that you got distracted.
I mean, cats would come over and
cats would be in the audience. Yeah. They'd be crawling on the back of your chair.
Oh, goodness. That would have frightened me.
Exactly.
Oh, there's a big tomcat.
You felt like tomcat. You felt like the stage was on top of you, and you're going, "This is all so weird." And then at the end, when they belt out "Memories," the greatest song of all time, you're like, "I'm on board."
Wait, the Memories, the Barbra Streisand song?
No,
there's already a song called "Memories."
There's Memory.
Right the corners of my mind.
Not that song. Not that song. Memory is the name of the song.
Oh, fucking hacks! Right?
So stupid.
You mean because they're dressed up as cats?
I just hate all this.
What, grown-ups dressed up as cats singing songs?
Yeah, it's stupid.
Do you want me to tell you, Troy, what the plot of Cats is, and you could tell me if you're interested?
Go ahead.
Okay, because you might actually be interested. Jim, do you know what the plot is?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a big log of shit that needs to be covered up when they're out of litter.
No, that's not it. There's no litter in the film, I don't think. Here's the plot of Cats, and you tell me. It might change your mind. So, a cat, this is my understanding of it, a cat is abandoned, and he meets this other group of cats.
Okay, which happens frequently.
Right. They're called the Jellicle cats, right? Cats have 9 lives, right?
Yep.
So, cats, when they get old, they die, and then they get to come back with a new life, and they get to be a kitten again. The Jellicle cats are street cats. They don't have good lives. They all want to come back as a new kitten.
Uh-huh.
So on this night, there's going to be a competition to see which cat gets to come back to life as a kitten. And you know what kind of competition it is?
What?
Singing.
Oh.
And guys, that is the plot of Cats.
Let me hear Memory for a second. I'll tell
That's
you if
the
I've heard
beginning,
it.
middle, and
That
end.
sounds awful. Oh, okay.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know if she was on.
I've
I
heard
would
her name
imagine.
before.
I would imagine she was on Broadway a long time singing it.
I wonder how much you make when you're doing Cats full time.
They do $20 a show, but if you do enough shows, it does turn out to be a lot of money.
Yeah, you're right. I would have thought more.
Yeah, no. It does end up being good money. That's all. I mean, you do 5 shows a week. That's $100 a week, and they take care of lunch.
Yeah, 400.
So it's not bad. But a week after the film came out, the director let all the theaters know, I'm sending you another version. I updated the CGI. It's like what Kanye does with his albums.
Wow.
They updated the CGI of the movie while the movie was already in theaters, and then they sent a new version to the theaters a week after it came out.
I guess that's the digital advantage, right?
Nobody puts any faith in a movie that you're not done with after it already came out.
Let me see a little something from the movie.
Okay. You want to see the digital fur technology?
I do. I've seen none of it.
Oh.
And I may hate watch it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. At some point, I've got to watch it. But the one thing is, people are saying that it's going to become the new Rocky Horror, but that's not true because Rocky Horror is actually good.
Yeah.
It's going to become like the new Room. Like The Room.
Yeah.
That people would go and they'd go and watch the movie because it's so bad and they'd interact with it. Like it's beloved because it's terrible.
Oh, Jennifer Hudson.
This is like a behind the scenes video. This isn't the actual movie. Jennifer Hudson sang that song that you just heard.
Yeah, I would expect just a regular scene from the movie.
Or probably the trailer.
Without digital fur, maybe.
Just look up the trailer's right there.
All right.
It says,
Hang on.
you can find it because it says the word trailer right next to the word cats.
Yeah. Cats trailer.
Yeah, that would be the...
Oh, this is a new trailer.
That would be the key.
Okay. I haven't even seen a trailer for it.
And like
if I did, I don't remember it.
They built big sets, because stuff is big for cats.
Sure.
But if you look at it, nothing is proportioned correctly. So like the door is the same size as the chair, which is smaller than the table, which it doesn't,
fucking assholes.
Everything looks weird. It doesn't
Yeah.
make any sense, any of it. Cats, now and forever.
Now and tomorrow.
Yeah, it's out of theaters.
Yeah, I hate all that theatrical slide dancing. I fucking hate it.
Dude, they spent over $100 million on this movie. Do you know how many people from the bottom up had to approve every part of this?
How much did it make? Can we look at how much Cats made?
Do you want to go to Box Office Mojo?
Yep.
I think it's. You want to know what the opening weekend was?
Uh,
I believe it was like $6 million for opening weekend. Yep, opening was $6.6 million.
It's made $60 million
worldwide.
Yeah. So how much did it cost?
$195 million, and that's not counting marketing. And $95 million is the budget before they redid it.
Yeah, I lost money. But it didn't lose as much as I thought, but it lost a lot.
Dude, marketing is... First of all, it lost money. Also, don't forget, movie studios really don't like being embarrassed.
No.
So this is not good for Sony. It's terrible for the director.
Yeah.
I don't think the cast will be fine because there's so many of them.
Do you like musicals?
I fucking hate them.
Yeah, me too.
Even... Doesn't this look pretty good, though? This
No,
might
it's
change your
terrible.
mind?
I hate all this. I fell asleep during Wicked. I fell asleep during, what was the other one? The
Jersey Boys?
No, where it was like the hippies in the 60s.
Hair.
Hair. I fell asleep during that one.
Yeah, they're awful. One musical I've gotten through.
That's
and
not,
I saw it 3 times. But it's great. The songs are great. Is Book of Mormon.
I didn't see that yet.
Yeah, I mean, you would like that. It's a comedy.
Yeah, it's really funny.
Trey Parker and Matt Stone. Like, you can't go wrong with
Yeah,
that.
it was brilliant. But I mean, and that I loved more than I've probably loved anything else I've ever seen live. But the rest of them, I just can't. I would never go see La Cage aux Folles. I don't want to see fucking Les Miserables.
I mean, Travis.
I would never.
Can you stand this sacrilege?
See any of that shit? I know.
I'm not mad at Troy for falling asleep during Hair. I don't know what the fuck is going on in that thing.
Hair, there was titties. That was
and
cool.
at the end, everybody takes all the clothes off, right?
Yeah.
So that's cool.
That is cool.
It's cool when you go to a musical and there's real titties in front of you.
And I like those songs. That Let the Sunshine.
Let the Sunshine, yeah.
That's a good one. There was another song there that was decent.
But you have to sit through a bunch of songs to get to the good
I mean,
ones.
dude, it was just a snooze fest.
It's like you go to a concert, but they're playing the whole album, and it's not a classic.
Right.
Just play the hits. You know what I mean? There's enough there.
Stomp was stupid.
I don't even Stomp.
I saw that live.
Yeah, I'm not going to sit there and go to see a show where people are just smashing on garbage cans and stuff.
I took a girlfriend to see it. I don't remember why. I had fucked up somehow. I think I'd been caught behaving poorly.
So you took her to Stomp?
Yeah, I think I was. It was.
That's the most '90s New York thing ever. That you got in trouble with your girlfriend, so you took her to see Stomp.
Yeah, this was like the early 2000s.
Yeah,
I'd been
yeah.
a bad boy.
What if I told you we had tickets to Stomp? Yeah,
Still playing. It plays down near where I
Yeah, it's
live.
huge at the Orpheum Theater.
on the Lower East
Right?
Side.
Yeah.
But Les Mis is just incredible.
I saw part of it. I couldn't get through it. It was terrible.
The film?
Fucking terrible.
You must have seen some of Russell Crowe's parts because that's the only thing I can
Hey,
think
the Anne
of.
Hathaway. I'm just a poor girl.
You're thinking of the Bohemian Rhapsody
Whatever
song.
it is.
That's
They're
Queen.
singing everything. It fucking stinks. I hate that theatrical sliding all over. It drives me nuts.
Well, you're not much of a song and dance man.
No, I'm not.
Because Jim likes chicks.
Since when?
Yeah.
That's actually, as soon as I was saying it, I was
Yeah.
like, oh, you know,
Yeah,
that's
you
not-
didn't even sound convincing when you said it.
Yeah,
you know?
chicks, man. It's not my best defense.
Jim likes.
It sounds like a question. Jim likes chicks? No, that's not why. It's not my machismo.
Yeah.
I just
think
don't enjoy it.
You got to come up with a better argument
no,
than
you're
that,
right.
Troy. Right now, you're losing.
And I should like musicals.
Why?
Just because they're fun and different, and I'm half a fruit, but I don't cry during movies. I fucking can't stomach them. That's how I've always known I was not a full homosexual.
Because you don't like musicals?
Can't fucking stand them.
We have to remind yourself of your masculinity. You go to a Broadway show.
No, when I'm just in doubt.
That's
I'm
what
like,
I mean.
This is the one saving grace.
Yeah. Let's go to Corey in Rockland. He makes
It
a
is
good point.
Minge, yes.
What's up, Corey?
Hey guys, good morning.
Morning.
Yes.
Hold on one second. Can I get a better roll?
Corey, get a hold of yourself.
Yeah, what are you doing? He's hitting his children.
I'm sorry, I'm at a deli. I thought number one, I thought Cats was about a deli in the city. That's number one. Number two, Cats made the mistake of opening against Star Wars that weekend.
Yeah.
That is funny.
I thought Star Wars made the mistake, but yeah, I know what you're saying.
Thank you, Corey. Yeah, they did open same weekend as Star Wars. And I guess they thought, well, all the, families and Broadway folk and old people will go see our movie.
I heard this one sucked too. This Star Wars was kind of shitty.
People didn't like Star Wars.
Good. Enough of milking that dumb franchise.
Yeah.
Godfather 11. Let it go.
Yeah, it's over.
Fucking let it go.
All right, we got 9 Star Wars movies and then a whole bunch of Star Wars movies that are different, tellings of the same, you know what I mean? Like spin-offs. I think we're okay now. I think but people love The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it, but people love it.
As far
Baby
as
Yoda.
Star Wars is concerned, you know what? I got it. Got it. I heard you.
Lou in Pennsylvania.
Hey.
Hey.
Hi, Lou.
Oh, sorry. I was yeah, I think you already said it. Jim already said it, that it's Minge, not Mange. I'm sure he looks for Mange.
That's true. That's where I got confused.
Do you know why I know that, Lou? It's from the Office. There's a scene in the British Office where big fat Keith is eating something, and he said, minge. They're talking about Fanny.
I love that.
They're talking about a Fanny being like, it means butt, not pussy. And then he says minge, and then he takes a bite out of a piece of weird fruit. Thank you.
I know exactly. Yeah, I see
Thank
it.
you for the clarification,
Goodbye.
Lou. Mike
Lou.
Fenoy.
Hey, Mike.
Hey, what's up?
Mike Fenoy is coming in. Mike Fenoy is going to be at the Improv in Washington, D.C. this weekend, Friday and Saturday.
That's a good room.
And then on Sunday, what a gig. He's opening for the Impractical Jokers at Radio City Music Hall.
Oh, that's great.
That's going to be
great,
a lot
man.
of fun. You can go to MikeFenoya.com. He also has a podcast called
Why you over
Amigos
there?
with Mike Fenoya. Let's leave the seat open between
We
the
just
two
had a
there.
very awkward handshake.
Yeah, it was really
I was
terrible.
gesturing, and Mike went to shake my hand, and I was going to fist bump, and like he grabbed my. It was just very uncomfortable.
I like that you stuck your finger out. That's what Patrice used to do. Patrice used to come over and just stick his finger and expect you to just kind of like shake his finger or
But
whatever.
Patrice had fucking baby soft. Patrice had fucking bitch hands. He had dainty,
he lotioned.
soft, delicate fingers.
Were they dainty paws, though? I mean, were they like
giant
big
hands?
old hands?
Yeah, but he had very, very soft, feminine tapered fingers.
Count city hands, counting money all his life.
That's exactly what it is, Mr. O'Neill. He did not have big, giant football player man hands. He had very dainty.
They
fingers.
look like
We used
they
to
could be
tease him.
football player hands.
They look like a giant lady's hands.
He had
Oh, really?
isotoners.
Yeah,
He
very
had-
soft, yeah.
So it wasn't like a shock, like when you touched him, you're like, oh, I thought this was so masculine.
No,
It's
it
just
looked
big woman hands.
A giant, tapered, soft lady hand.
Big woman hands.
He knew it too. Big, soft back of his hands. Yeah, genteel fingers.
Mike, I'm glad you're here.
Thaninks, man.
It's good to see you.
Do you like musicals? We're discussing musicals.
No.
They're great.
I think I've seen one.
What have you
and
seen?
I didn't mean to. I got it as a gift, the Billy Joel one.
Oh.
What was that one?
Moving Out, I think it was called. Right?
Yeah, that's right.
Years ago.
Was it
I love
good?
concerts. I'll go to concerts all day. I hate me. I don't know.
Was it bad?
People who don't like musicals haven't seen musicals, though. Like, people
True,
are like, I
true.
hate musicals. I've never seen them.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, then.
But on TV, they suck. I've seen musical movies and stuff. They stink.
Yeah, I never thought to go. Like
Right.
it was never a, I'd like to go to like To Kill a Mockingbird. I'd like to go to more plays. You know what I
Right.
mean, stuff like that.
A
I'd go to.
drama.
Yeah. Or I'd love to
Yeah.
go to Book of Mormon. Is that
Right.
That's
is
what we
that-
just talked about. That. That's great.
That's a musical, but
Right.
it's a
'Cause
comedy.
you know
and
that
it's
they're
funny.
funny and you know
To Kill a
whatever they-
Mockingbird's also very funny.
Yeah. Laugh a minute.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
But there are good musicals and bad musicals.
Isn't it like impossible to get tickets nowadays too? Like to most of these? Don't they have people that stand
Hamilton was
outside and like
always-
get tickets
Yeah.
for you?
Yeah, like there's a lottery. Maybe when I was doing the night show, I used to walk by Book of Mormon, and every night I would walk by, and it would be like the crowd of people outside the theater.
Hoping to get tickets.
Hoping they'd win the standby lotteries.
But you do
Really?
win them. I mean, they do give them away.
Oh, yeah, there's like a handful of tickets every show.
I saw
just
Glengarry.
giveaway.
Yeah.
Glenn Ross has
Well,
a
you have to,
play.
I think you still have to buy them. But
Yes.
you win the lottery, and then you can buy the tickets.
Glengarry Glen, that must have been an incredible play.
It was
I had a hard time saying
fucking-
that just now.
It was did I see two versions of that? No. It was Alan Alda played Shelley. Liev Schreiber played Ricky Roma.
Sabretooth.
Fucking who else was in that? Jeffrey Tambor was in it.
Wow.
It was really fucking good.
That's
I
cool.
prefer the story about the one that you missed.
Which one?
Do you remember when you had tickets to the last?
Oh my, that's right. Bobby Cannavale
And was it Al?
is a buddy of mine, and Pacino was in
Hey,
it.
the buddy of mine.
Yeah, and he was playing, and Bobby Cannavale was playing Ricky Roma, and Pacino was playing Shelley.
Oh, how was that? It must have been amazing.
Well, I had 2 tickets for it on a Sunday, the final performance.
Wow.
I didn't
lucky
realize
you.
it was a matinee. So I told Bob Kelly to meet me, and he's like, Dad, this was in the afternoon. I missed. I'm so mad because I know that I wanted to see Pacino live once, and of course, Bobby is such a fucking great actor.
Yeah, the Italian Glengarry, Glenn Ross.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's wild.
Bob Kelly had to tell you after the fact that you'd already missed it.
Can we see a little of Pacino in that? Just a moment. I'm very bummed I didn't get to see. I heard that they didn't give him great reviews, Pacino.
I mean, but still, getting to see
Just to see
Pacino
it,
in
yeah.
person.
Oh, man,
Although
I
you
know.
did get to see. Oh no, Al wasn't in that scene that you were in the
No, he was not.
Irishman.
When you
so
know
you
what
did
else
not
too?
get to see him.
Seeing them on a stage like that is like going to see like Clapton acoustic or something. You
Yeah.
know? It's like where they
Yeah.
started in that element that they were like,
And they're
green
actually,
in.
they're actually doing they're doing the art. It's not like the commercial part. of
Right.
it.
Yeah, totally.
They said he didn't know his lines.
I mean, but you're Al Pacino. What are you gonna?
And also, if you're playing a
memorize
sales
lines?
guy, you're like, I don't fucking know. You suck. You just start making stuff up.
But you can see little pieces of paper on the desk.
Are those his lines?
I'm guessing. Let me just hear him for a second.
It's nonsense.
Well, those are
Explain this to me, because it's strange. Do you know what those leads cost?
It's the guy from Shines.
I'm guessing. Let me just hear him for a second.
It's nonsense.
Well, those
Because I'm the one that generated.
I wasn't
Oh,
enjoying
yeah.
it at first, and then when he tilted his head and started yelling,
He did tilt his head, yeah.
You
but
did.
that's-
I like it.
I
as a
enjoyed,
man
that's
will
the
do.
only thing I enjoyed
I'm
was
not
the head
enjoying
tilt.
this.
No, I
Yeah.
hated it. I did sales for a while before stand up, and it was just.
what were you selling?
Oh man, payroll services. I sold T-Mobile phones.
How do you sell payroll services?
You go in, it's business to business sales. So basically, like you'd have a zip code driven territory, and you'd call into businesses and you'd be like, let me help you with your business processes, outsource your payroll, take all the liability off of you, put it on us. And then you'd
Sir.
have to go in.
How much time do you spend on payroll right now?
Yeah.
What if I told you that you didn't need to do that. Is that something you might be interested in?
That's exactly what we had to do.
Now, did
yeah,
they go for
and
it?
it was like all these bullshit. Like you'd have to say like feel, felt, found was like a way to like turn a rejection into.
How would you feel if
like, I understand how you feel, and I have found that many people felt that way, and you just like throw those words in and like.
Oh, really? Is that
right
a
back.
sales trick?
We would. These companies spend millions of dollars on sales training for us, where we would just go to Vegas for a week, and some knob would get up in front of us and tell us how to sell, and then we would just go do coke
Was he
all night.
accurate or no?
Yeah, basically. I mean, it was just a lot of, these things where I ask you a question, some open-ended thing where I'm going to weasel you into the answer I want to hear. And
Like
then
what?
just,
however you can start getting yeses, right?
yeah, like walk me through your process every day of doing payroll. And then they would go, well, I'm doing this. And we already had like, I know you're going to go here. I know you have to do time cards. And that's how many percentage error is in there. And that equals how much per year that you're losing. And
do you
and
feel
just,
soulless like when you have to act like you're their friends?
Dude, I hated it so much. I mean, and also the thing that killed me was they would listen to our phone calls. Like they had they tapped into our phone lines, and the managers would like listen to the calls we made.
So would you get like in radio you get air checked where a program director records your show and then you have to go sit with the program director and he's listening to what you did on the air and then, okay, stop the tape there, you did this, you should be doing that.
Yeah.
So were you getting air checked with the phone calls?
Yeah, and then they'd call me into an office with like that like the manager and the top sales guy. And like just shit all over what I said.
Oh, and the top sales guy, he's really just one of you.
He's checking his BlackBerry.
Except he's
like,
better than you
totally.
at it. So
they're like, do you want to be like, Ted?
Was
And I'm
was Ted good?
Ted was good, but he was just,
He's got to be a fucking asshole.
He had his lies, bing, bang, boom, down, and it was the best guys were these old timers that just didn't follow any of the corporate garbage. And they just went in and they had that same book of business where, this was days when you can like bring Mets tickets, Yankees tickets, and like get referrals from like CPAs and all that. I hated it with all my
But they were
heart.
also guys probably who knew how to bullshit. Just old school good talkers.
Exactly.
Who knew how to talk their way out of anything or into anything.
Well, what was funny too is like if we had phone blitzes, they called it, where all day they'd load us up with sugar and Red Bull and whatever, and we had to just make like phone calls and try to book appointments, and they'd make the contests about like the person that gets the most wins like a $100 gift card to whatever, people were so used to getting no's on the phone, like go, kill yourself, you're a loser, like I hate you, that when they would get a yes, they'd like panic and they wouldn't know how to handle it.
Yeah.
And it was the greatest thing in the world because they'd like actually 1 out of 80 times your pitch worked.
Yeah. Yes, I'm interested. What?
And they're like, wait, no, but you got to let me finish. Oh, wait, you are interested? And then they had no idea how to handle it. And we all just laugh at them and throw
How long did you do that?
I did it for probably about 7 years or so.
Oh, long time. Did you ever get really good at it?
I did pretty good because I think I used to have to do these presentations, and what I would do is I'd like look around the room when I met with these people. One guy had a big Pink Floyd and a big Rolling Stones poster in his office, and he was talking about like time cards and whatever were the problem. So I made this presentation and I put Time from Pink Floyd and Time Is on My Side from the Stones as like the background music. And he was like, yeah, we'll buy whatever you got. And I would just try to, because I'd go in and be like, look, I don't know, like if it.
You're like Kaiser Soze telling a story. You pick everything out of the office.
Absolutely. I got just pictures of his wife subliminally coming into the background. No, but it was just, I was honest. I was just like, look, I don't know. Like it's a commission-driven job, and I'd like your business if it works out. If not, no big deal.
Do you know what I like to say when I want to sell something? I say, riddle me this. And that ropes him right in.
I'm fascinated already. I'm like, I want to know. I want to riddle him.
What makes a good sell? I'm trying to think of what sells me. Is it information if I want, or do I have to just want it?
I was looking. I bought a car over the summer, and it was done. Like the negotiation, there was a couple of days of this and that. Well, I'm going to leave. Well, I'm going to do this, and finally, it's done.
Yeah.
And the salesman, he goes, and I had forgotten that this was a thing. He goes, I'm going to go file some paperwork, but my friend here is going to talk to you. Because I forgot, after you already agree to everything, that's when they come in and try to sell you the packages.
The add-ons.
Because it's a lease.
The floor mats, the waxing.
Right,
the
so
whole,
he's got tires, he's got a lease, gives you the protection package. Right, so he comes over and he's like, hey man, look, congratulations, first of all. And I'm like, oh, hey, thanks, yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations. And he's like, look, trust me, I've been in the position that you're in before. A lot of guys are going to come over and try to sell you 7 different things. That's what they want me to do here. I'm not going to do all that. I'm not going to waste your time. I'm not going to waste my time. I'm going to tell you the 3 things that you actually need.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
Makes you feel important, like you're on the inside.
Right,
Absolutely. Yeah, this is what they don't want me to tell you.
Right, and this isn't just a sales pitch. This is stuff I need because he
Yeah.
wouldn't, otherwise he'd tell me all 7 things. And he's like going through. He's like, look, get a couple scratches, you get a couple dings. You ever been in a little fender bender or anything like that?
We've all been there, right?
Exactly.
Yeah,
And he's
yeah.
really hoping because if I go no. Oh, well, I mean, but it is very, I mean,
I bet someone you know has been in an accident.
Right, and if it hasn't happened yet, odds are
Yeah.
not
Yeah,
your
yeah.
fault.
Yeah.
But it happens. And he's
You
like,
should have lied and said, well, there was one time I ran over a child.
Can I get trunk liners? There was this old guy from Queens that used to work with me, and he goes, "Kid, it all comes down to 3 things. I like you, I trust you, and I want to do business with you." He goes,
Right.
That's the only reason why people buy from you. He goes, "You could sell them a piece of shit, but if you look them in the eyes,
That's what we
and you
do every
listen-"
morning.
And it was just, it was so
that's
hard.
what this guy was doing. He was like, look, we give you this protection for that and that. I mean, if there's any dings on it when you bring it back, you're gonna have to pay for it anyway. It's gonna come out of this. It's gonna come out of that, and we'll charge you like, maybe this much a month. I'm really not making much on it. I got to make something, That's how I put food on the table.
the kids gotta eat, right?
Right. And I'm like, yeah, of course. Anyway, no.
Oh, you
like I'm
didn't-
going with him the whole time.
That's
Like,
good.
oh, totally. Yeah, no, I totally get it. Yeah, no, I don't
Good.
need this.
Good.
Yeah,
I drove I had a Saturn that I had.
Well, me
about
too. Did you? A pussy wagon.
Yeah, I loved it. I had about 180,000 miles on it. Smoke's coming out of it. I pull into a Nissan dealer, and I'm like, I need a car. I got to get a car. And the guy's like, all right, Chief, what can I get you? And I'm like, my name's Mike. And he's like, all right, boss. Like, what's the deal? Chief, boss, guy, over and over. I left. I walked across the street to a Honda dealer and bought a Honda. I'm like,
I might
learn my goddamn. I just said it.
Yeah.
I learned your name, Frank. Like, come on.
Right.
man.
Right.
I can't take that stuff. It's like,
Especially when you're trying to act familiar. Well, you're a salesperson. You're a former sales guy, 7 years on it.
So you saw through it, whereas
You know when it's good and
yeah,
bad.
totally.
And even though
Yeah.
you see the sales pitch every time, you probably respect the people that are doing it well.
Yeah.
And the people who are missing the basics, like remembering your name, you're like, I'm not even going to give you the time of day. I can't.
Yeah,
You're not good at this.
You know what's funny too is every now and then I've gotten phone calls from like some political whatever trying to raise money, and you can tell the kid's reading off a script.
Mm-hmm.
And I go, first of all, I don't believe in politics. I'm not giving you any money. But can I just talk? I did this for years. You sound like shit on the phone, dude. I'm like, you got to kind of
Have you seen Boiler Room?
pause and enunciate.
do they
and all
actually
that.
listen?
The kid's like, thank you so much. Man. I'm so nervous. He's like, I'm just trying to graduate college.
So you're
And
not
I'm like,
you're not mean to those guys.
No,
I
I'm
hate
mean
because they're interfering with my day.
Well,
But
I'm mean to the idiots that are like, hey, boss, buddy boy. Like, those real sales guys that like Gil from The Simpsons. Like
Yeah.
those dudes are like just hilarious.
But
to
you-
me,
they
but-
actually
Poor
listen
Gail.
when
He
you
lives in a
tell them
balloon.
What's wrong with them?
It's my hot plate. Hey, 3 more payments on that.
But they'll listen if you're like, this is just not.
That one guy did,
That's
yeah.
funny.
But I mean, sometimes it's just they're so. I mean, a lot of these people just have no soul. I mean, to get into sales, I got into it strictly because I was with this girl who, her dad made tons of money in sales, and I had no idea what to do with my life. And I'm like, I don't know, I'm gonna rock.
What
and
did he
roll,
sell?
Or he worked for one of the big printing, like Kinko's or Canon or one of those things where like just every business needed 100,000 printers, so he just
Isn't
step
it
in
weird
shit.
how some people have figured out how to make, like, what's his name? Mark Cuban is such a genius because he did all the, he networked. So
Yeah.
networking these computers and
Yeah.
becomes a billionaire off that. Like, man,
Yeah,
if you
we
find
need
something people need.
Yeah, we
weird
need
little
3
niche
clients
things.
a year. If we get 3 clients
Right.
a year, we're
Yep.
good.
Yeah, like urinal cakes. Like who the hell ever thought of that?
But the nuts
Yeah.
thing is that if you lose one, you're like, fuck, we might
Yeah.
go out of
If
business.
you're selling
here.
cars at Nissan, that's what you're saying.
I love urinal kit. I like a good fucking.
What?
There's one stall I go in the gym to take a shit, and it's the one where the scent comes out, and it smells so good whenever I
gotta see
walk
this
in
stall.
there.
When it goes,
Yeah,
gives
it's,
you a little
it's like a
mist.
little, but it's like a nice smell. So whoever invented those things,
yeah.
The
you know,
mist shooters.
yeah,
You ever think about that? Like, what's next? Like, what do people need?
Why can't I do it? I'm always wrong.
What do you think people need?
I'm never correct. A bowling ball case with a TV attached to it.
On wheels? That makes sense, actually.
Yeah.
I could see the use for that.
Yeah, it's just one awful. I never have good ideas.
Have you ever seen the movie Boiler Room?
Yeah, a year ago.
Because Giovanni Ribisi's character does the exact same thing. The guy calls up trying to sound like the New York Times, and he's like, no, That's not how you sell.
It's not how
Sell
you
me on
sell.
this, blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
That whole sell me a pen thing, you know?
Yeah.
It's just, oh, you want what's funny? The first sales job I quit, I went in, I found out, I was friends with someone that I sold the payroll service to. They opened a business, and I had it on this report. You had to fill in, this is the part I hated, where you were, what time you were there, how long you were there, did they, go to the next sales process or whatever. And my boss called and checked in on me, like later on. He goes, just wanted to, was there a guy from the payroll company there trying to sell you? And my friend's like, yeah, Mike, like I know who, all right, just checking, wanted to make sure. He calls me, he goes, oh, your boss is checking on you. So I went in and I quit. And the guy is like, Mike, we're going to the top and I'm bringing you with me. We have visions where we see you higher up in and I'm like, I'm done. I don't want to, I'm going to bring in the other manager. The other manager comes in. He goes, Mike, we see visions for you.
He's doing the same pitch.
Exact same. And I go, Todd just said that. And he goes, all right, well, hey, it was good knowing you. And like the minute I saw through the shit, so ridiculous, dude.
Yeah, by the way, I've got something special.
Is that how you start your pen pitch?
You just tap it on the guy's nose.
I like when John Barenthal in Wolf of Wall Street does the sell me a pen thing. It's the only time I've ever seen it done successfully. They go, sell me this pen. He goes, okay, can I see your pen? And they hand him his pen. He goes, write down your name. And they're like, I can't. And he's like, all right, $5.
That's it.
I would have said this pen. Do you believe in superstition?
Yes.
You don't buy this pen, your grandmother's going to get cancer.
Do you take checks?
That's what, for the longest time, Vince at WWE would make the announcers that were coming in for auditions sell a broom. He would hand them a broom and go, okay, sell this. And he just would make them go until he told them to stop, just to see if on the spot.
Wow.
They could think on their feet.
Yeah.
By the way, that write down your name, I can't. $5.
It's perfect, isn't it?
That's a think on your feet.
Yeah.
Get to it fast.
Right.
You know?
Because most people are doing what you were just doing. You're like, well, this pen out.
Get out. Yeah. You took too many breaths.
What is a signature?
Yeah.
The ink that's in our veins.
Yeah, this is a performance now. This is
such
ridiculous.
Bullshit. And the money that gets thrown at the people that do good. Like, I want a trip to Hawaii.
Ooh.
Just like, I stepped in like a hot territory and they handed me a bunch of business and I made a bunch of money and I got President's Club, which I got a bag. I got some leather, what do you put drinks on? Coasters.
Yeah, girls'
binoculars, human skin, and a trip to Hawaii. I went to, and it was great.
A real trip?
For
how long? A week?
Yeah, 5 days.
Nice.
That's incredible.
To the Big Island, and they had all these big, huge events, and they had, I forget who sang there or whatever. And
nice hotel?
Yeah, amazing. And I went a couple days earlier and stayed at the Kona Motor Lodge just because I wanted to go to Hawaii. I was engaged and I was bringing my ex-fiance there and I broke it off and went alone. And I just did Hawaii by myself for a couple days.
Wait,
amazing?
How long before did you break it off?
Well, we booked the trip and then we broke it off.
So you still went?
Oh, I had to go for the work trip, but I already had it all, and I'm like, why not go to Hawaii by myself? It was perfect. I had a great time. I had a blast.
Did you get laid?
Yeah, a bunch, and almost died a couple times when I was there too.
Why?
I did Volcanoes National Park is there, and I went hiking up the mountain, and they had all these things like yellow rope that was like, don't hike any higher, active volcano going off, and I went up, hiked it anyway, and I got like stuck in like a sulfur cloud, and I was just like breathing in like raw sulfur, and I was like nodding off kind of on the trail.
Fuck you up?
Yeah, it was really bad. Really bad.
Sulfur does that to you?
Yeah, it was like I felt every breath I took, I felt like my lungs were just like closing on me. Like I was having an asthma attack. And I was way up on the top of the mountain. And
How hot was it?
It was real hot. It was one of those. You always think a volcano is going to be like cartoonish, where it's like comes to a peak.
Yeah,
right. Like you can walk up to the top
over
and look down, and there's all the lava.
There's just a big hole in the ground. It was like that hole right there,
Yeah.
but just steam and bubbles coming out, whatever. And at night we could watch the lava flow. It was just like a river of
That'd be kind of
fire.
cool.
That was really neat. They have a observatory at the top where you can look through like these super high powered magnifying telescopes and look at all the different galaxies and stuff. It was really cool.
Where's the one? It's in Japan. Because if there's one thing they do in Japan creatively, it's suicide. There's the one volcano that people kept jumping into, a suicide.
How does one country have a suicide forest and a suicide volcano?
I guess they love the outdoors. But she jumped into a volcano and I'm just like, I wonder how long that hurts for.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, it's such a horrible shock to the system, and being completely on fire and burning. But do you die instantly, or do you feel it for a minute?
You hope that you just go into shock immediately.
Yeah, or maybe bang your head on the way down on the inside.
Oh no, it's right into the lava. I mean, I've seen
just belly flop right into the afterlife.
Watching people burn to death. They always take a minute or so. They're like, they feel it. So I'm like, do you feel that or no?
Troy, you don't watch people burn to death?
It's terrible. It's so disturbing.
It's very disturbing.
Why would you watch it?
Because it makes you want to avoid things that will get you burned to death.
I hate to tell you this,
totally.
But even never watching it, I already had the knowledge walking in that I didn't want to get burned to death.
No, but you take more care. Like, I notice when I cross the street, I'm really careful because I've seen people's legs ripped off, and I'm like, you know what? That's a real graphic image.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I'm looking both ways. I don't need a bus. Hey, the bus is coming. Get off the curb. I mean, get back on the curb. Get off the street, because even though you just kind of stand there and the bus comes close, I've seen a leg ripped off. Get off.
Maybe if Grandma had yelled at you a little bit more instead of farting all the time, you would already have these lessons instilled. But she was so flatulent.
She was. Gassy old bag.
I drive in this city, and I feel like sometimes, like I'm like some low risk vigilante. Like I have to like turn a corner, and some dickhead's like 3 steps out on his phone. And I want to I slam on the horn, but then I'm like, come on, take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Like it's out of love, you know?
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, back up.
Except everybody's like, if any car almost hits me, they'll just honk at me real loud. I'm going to keep texting.
Absolutely.
I don't care.
It's the worst.
It doesn't stop anything. Do they have a picture of that?
Yeah.
Volcano? God damn. to jump into active lava.
Was that Excalibur stuck into it? What the hell is
Yeah, there's
that?
a big cross on it.
Yeah, there are probably simpler ways to do this.
How long does it take?
It's pretty dramatic.
To melt?
Die.
That's hot heat, though.
I
think
mean,
that's hotter than probably normal fire. No, is that even a smart sentence to say?
No, I mean,
Not
it's
different. Probably not that. I don't think like Neil deGrasse Tyson would go like, "Oh, that's impressive. What you just came up with."
But by the time you
that's some hot heat.
Probably hot heat. Maybe like like fire's hot too.
I mean, you have to just
melt quick.
You melt. You can't breathe. Like it's just a terrible death.
When your skin melts before your body dies.
That's a
Imagine
bummer.
that.
Is there a minute where I don't even know if it's a minute, but does it take a minute to fucking?
If it did, you'd be in shock anyway. You wouldn't be.
No,
like,
you feel it. Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Who would you? What have you asked?
No, but I've seen enough people
that made
suffering and dying that it's not quick. Like people always say, if you jump out of the Empire State Building, you die before you hit the ground. Like you have a heart attack. People parachute that have heart attacks.
Right.
Well, you wouldn't.
People parachuting by definition are going slower.
No, they're not.
Not at first.
No, they're not.
Oh yeah, but once you open the parachute,
Yeah, but you fall more than 1,000 feet.
Right.
I don't think Neil deGrasse Tyson would have thought what you just said was a very good scene.
Not at all.
What, the people you have parachutes are falling slower? I would hope so. They land.
I mean, that's but that's not what I'm saying. When you jump, you don't jump from 1,000 feet. You jump from 10,000 feet or 8,000 feet, and you fall 7,000. You don't just jump and pull the cord.
Jumping out of the Empire State Building. When should I pull it? Oh, fuck. This took way less time than I thought it was.
Did you see the footage of the guy who was going to jump off the Empire State Building observatory? He climbs over the thing, and he's going to jump, and some security guard grabs him, and they hold him there, and the guy, I think, handcuffs him to the outside so he can't jump. But then the guy goes, you got to take my parachute off, because if it opens, it's going to fucking pull and rip my arm off.
Yeah.
You have to take the parachute.
Like, you got me. Take my parachute
Right
off.
there. Let me see that video. Yeah, that guy, it's really scary because he's cuffed, so he's not going to fall.
But he knows there's still danger.
What did they shoot this with? A fucking 1971? Oh, wow. Why would you try to stop the guy if he has a parachute?
Because he's going to land on people. You can't have people jumping off the Empire State. That's kind of your whole job, is to make sure nobody jumps off the Empire State.
Look at this
Building.
asshole.
I love this guy's acting like everybody else is the problem. You just jumped over the rail at the Empire State Building. If you don't let me go,
don't do this.
Maybe you should have thought of that before you jumped off the Empire State Building.
He almost looks like an Oompa Loompa with the whole fucking headgear thing on.
Totally does.
Yeah, he does. He's
Look
sitting
at
there.
this fucking asshole.
Give
Let
me
him
your
go.
He's just trying to steal the camera.
With your khakis.
He's not the asshole. Is the guy who jumped off
No,
the building?
he's not. The other guy, mind your beeswax.
Yeah, really.
You
Let
know-
him jump.
Fuck off.
You know how you can avoid not dying by falling off the Empire State Building?
Oh, this is actually a little.
Don't jump off of it. If you were on the other side of the gate, this wouldn't be an issue for him.
Yeah, now you just get an Oculus. Have you seen that game it comes with?
No.
Where you go to the it's crazy.
There's a jump off the Empire State Building game.
You put the thing on, right?
Right.
And you look around. That you haven't tried. Have you tried it at all?
Yeah.
You start off in like weird observatory thing, and then there's like a whole bunch of words right here, and you hit it. Now you're standing on the street level of a city, and there's all these buildings. The cab goes by, butterfly goes like right by your face. You look to your right, you're in an elevator.
Yeah.
You hit the button, it goes up. You feel like you're going up to like the 85th floor of a building. It opens, and there's just a wooden plank that walks out over.
This is the VR?
The Oculus thing, right? And it drops on both sides down 85 floors. You're standing in a living room, but you're walking like, shaking and trying to get through it. And I did it at Jay's, and he was like, "You're in my living room. Like, you're not going to fall. Don't worry." But your brain,
So wait, Jay has a VR.
He did the Oculus thing.
Is Oculus really good?
It's weird. That one. If you step off, you fall 85 floors.
I got nauseous doing some VR, and Anthony's has it made me sick.
I had to stop at one. I did this. The boxing game's great. Like a guy comes up and you actually you do like 4-minute rounds, drip, like it's a good workout.
Yeah.
The guy's laying punches on you and you're moving like this back and forth. I did the dumb one with the Tetris-y things coming at you. It looked like Tron, the commercial that they have. But that makes me I hate heights.
I don't like them.
I hate that.
The one I had to stop though was this roller coaster one.
That made me sick.
And you're in the roller coaster thing and you feel it kind of rattling and you're going through and all these dinosaurs are coming at you, but you're whipping around and going through, and I felt like, I just stopped breathing. Like,
how does it make you, like, what is the thing giving you the sensations? Are you wearing gloves?
It's this, you have these handles that have these kind of circles around them, like on, I don't know, like the tops of ski poles, right? And then you wear the glasses.
But they're not connected to anything. They're just handles.
No, and that's the thing. I think that you don't even really need to be like next to any console. Like you can do it outside if you want, but you got to be in a big enough room that if you're throwing punches, you're not like,
right,
just ripping through your apartment,
I might want to get one of those. Like, is there a way to film that for Twitch or no? You can't film them.
I guess there's a way that you could,
how would you film your own?
You could throw it to your TV. You know what I mean? Like you could,
so you can see what's the inside, like
so
cast
if he's playing and we're all sitting here, we're not just sitting here watching him have a seizure, like you did ayahuasca. Yeah, like basically you could put it on your TV and then we can watch what you're doing.
How many games are there? Matt Serra's obsessed with. He'll be here tomorrow morning. Matt Serra,
nice.
He's obsessed with fucking his. He has the Vive.
Is that like like a competitor?
What's the difference between Vive and Oculus? I don't know, but now you're making me want to get one just to walk. How much are they?
They're not expensive, and the games are pretty cheap because the effects are still not that great. It's not but
just
some of
brain
them are
tricks.
It's just what you're now. All of a sudden, you're just in this weird world.
I mean, if you can't figure out PlayStation, why do you want to do virtual reality?
Because PlayStation, just to do what Mike is describing, go up in the elevator and walk out like that to me is interesting.
See how it feels.
That to me is interesting.
Yeah, because you look around, like you look down like this, and it's down, like you're 85 floors up, and that's the weird part is that you forget, like you behind you or up. It's weird how they do that shit, man. It's crazy. I never liked going to you go on the road and there's nothing to do, and you're in Columbus and there's those VR places where you could just go but I feel weird putting on some.
I would hate that.
Gross,
yes,
snot-faced kid was wearing just now.
Do they have airplane ones like where you're flying? Like that might be kind of fun in VR.
I'm sure
definitely
they
have flight
do.
simulators,
Yeah, I'm sure they do. I think it's only going to get better. But right now the games are like I think $25 or something, maybe $30, and it's There's pretty awesome ones. The boxing one's really neat.
Like $400 for the Oculus Rift.
Now controls, they feel much better to hold than the Vive motion controllers, and their sticks work better for most video games than the Vive. The Oculus touch controllers are now okay. Yeah, maybe I would try that.
And what you do is you set your when you put the thing on, you take the handles and you set your surrounding, so it then can adapt to the room you're in.
I have a lot of room in my living room. Like I could move my two little ottomans. I have definitely a decent amount of room to do that.
Are there any other
other
people that you have to worry about in your living room?
That's the beauty of it. It would just be a nude me.
Wouldn't it be funny to see Jim naked with a VR helmet on, and you could see the TV behind him what he's doing, but he's just swinging around naked.
His dick's got a little VR helmet on it. I think they're pretty neat. I like it, but I don't know. I did
think you're selling me that fucking. How many of those things are there with heights where you can look down? I kind of want to do that.
I don't like it. I tried like a little bit of it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the virtual reality stuff.
It's just so cumbersome. Like I think once it gets to be like, in 5 years it's going to be like a pair of Oakleys.
Yeah, it's going to be really.
This is like a thing you gotta, it's like a helmet.
In 5 years it'll be a pair of Oakleys, but not long after that it'll get to the place where the way people play games now, people will spend more time in virtual reality than in reality. Like imagine if there was a game like The Sims, except the virtual reality version.
There is, and we're living it.
Whoa, I never even thought of it like that, Jim. You are so anti-system.
No more connections. Everyone's just texting and whatnot.
You are the counter, aren't you?
Yeah, I hate it. Yeah. What happened just to hello?
Good point.
I fucking hate these people who think that they're really being these fucking like grounded New Yorkers or whatever by not like, I don't use this cell. Yeah, well, aren't you an asshole? Fuck you.
Whatever happened to a good old handshake?
Exactly.
It's bullshit.
You both.
Yeah.
You also look
You're
at tits.
disgusting.
We don't say hello to each other anymore. That's the real problem.
Everyone's looking down. What would you rather they look at? You and a fucking hat in the window?
Yeah,
you're fucking
shut up.
Snot-filled nose, you idiot.
Yeah.
Just getting scared the technology's passing them by, that's all.
I agree.
Yeah.
It is scary. I mean, look, I'm not, but I'm kind of want to do one of these just to do it. And if I don't like it, I don't like it, but to try it.
I think people are going to pretty quickly end up just living in their virtual reality worlds.
Yeah, you just put contacts in and then you're just wherever
That's it.
you want.
That's
just back in the womb.
That's what Ready Player One is all about.
Yep.
Scarlett Johansson movie, She or Her?
That's not virtual reality.
Oh, it's about
That's
falling in love with the voice?
Siri, yeah. I mean,
oh, right. And
Yeah.
what was the Joaquin Phoenix one where he fell in love
Joker.
with Yes, that's right.
Oh,
it's the same
That's
one.
right. That's
Joaquin
right.
Phoenix played opposite Scarlett Johansson's voice.
Yes.
Yeah. It's like phone booth movie. It's just the voice.
It's just the voice.
Just the voice. Yeah. No, it's like that Black Mirror episode when Fat Damon goes into his video games and is just like living his existence inside the
Was that
virtual
Jesse
reality
Clemens?
game. Yeah.
Ah.
It was a real good one. The Star
Yeah, I
Trek
remember
one.
that. Yes, it was great.
Really good one.
Were you ever like big into video games? Was that
When
ever?
I was a kid, sure. I played Asteroids when I got into the newspaper for playing for 10 hours on an arcade game. Super Bowl 13. No.
That's where the Blink started.
Yeah. No, they were there before, I think. I would have played for 24 hours, but it was just I kept losing ships. It was Super Bowl 1981, the 49ers and the Bengals in the Super Bowl. And I played. Is there any? There, that bottom, that left.
Oh,
That's
wow.
me.
Somebody replaced a picture of you with Chip Jefferson.
That was me.
Oh, man.
That's my first press.
I think I had the same glasses.
I was 13.
Wow.
Nick DiPaolo told me I look like Adrian from Rocky.
You really do.
With the fucking hat.
Concentration was written all over 13-year-old Jimmy Norton's face as he strove to keep the world safe from asteroids and to win himself a place in the Guinness Book of World Records. You were in the book?
No, but I was striving to.
Oh, you didn't get it?
I did not.
So why'd you stop? What happened?
I just lost ships. I mean, Charles Nicola was a former North Brunswick mayor who operated the arcade.
Uh-huh.
And it was like what was it called? What was the name of the arcade? The Playhouse Arcade. Fuck yeah, man. It was in the Brunswick Shopping Center. And I just lost $4.8 million. I went through 480 ships. And the ironic part is there I wish there was a photo of that entire page, because I think I've tweeted that out before. But next to me, the story next to me was Ozzy bit the head off a bat.
Really?
That's so cool.
Oh, that's incredible.
That was the story. One over was a picture of Ozzy and how he was in trouble.
That's awesome.
For biting the head off a bat.
So what do you feel like? I mean, I know you're only 13 years old, but when you sit there locked into that game for 11 hours or 13 hours, whatever you said
10
it was,
hours, yeah.
from 1 p.m. it said until like 11:30 at night.
When fatigue set in.
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah,
see
when
that?
fatigue set in.
The machine finally won.
When
Yeah.
you walk away from that system and go back into real life, what do you feel like?
You know, I don't remember.
Yeah.
It was so long ago. I know that
You were just a boy.
I was used to people watching me play that game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, 'cause that game I was really fucking good at. So I was used to people in the arcade, if you were good at a game, would stand around. So I was used to having 10 people watching me play this video game.
Elton John walks in. Ever since I was a young boy, I played the silver ball.
God damn, I'm so annoyed I can't find the full. I still have one copy of it somewhere at home.
Yeah.
I found it recently.
Did you check your box of mementos?
That's where it is.
That makes
My
sense.
newspapers.
That
The
makes sense.
Home News.
Did you laminate it or anything? Because newspapers like rot over time.
I probably should, right?
Yeah,
I have the full paper.
Yeah, laminate the pages.
Yeah, you should
that
do like
want.
what you used to do with baseball cards, like put it in the sleeve.
Yeah.
You know? Did you wake up that morning like, you know,
No,
like Mark
just
David Chapman? You like go like today's the day.
He looked like Mark David Chapman.
A little thinner.
I wish there was a copy of it. And we, by the way, are there ways to see old newspapers online or no?
Impossible.
They probably don't have all of them loaded. No,
You got to go to your
library.
local library and read it off a broomstick. Remember those big
Yeah.
old like turning like that?
Yeah, it was me and Ozzy. I'm so fucking pissed I can't
That's
find
so
those.
cool.
Yeah, it was great.
That's awesome.
I wasn't. I mean, I was kind of a fan, but I was like, I was a Kiss fan still.
Can you go to the bathroom? You have to just keep playing.
Yeah,
right?
but you run over. I would piss and lose a few ships, but you lose say 10 ships while you pissed. But I had 150 ships.
Right, like you could afford. You had to
I
get
didn't
enough
piss-
bathroom ships.
You ended up bathrooms. I didn't
Yeah.
shit, and I didn't piss then like I do now. I mean,
So
I had a bladder.
How many ships do you have when you realize this is ending? Like you have 150 ships, you're like, I'm going to be playing as long as I can possibly play. Like, is it when you get down to 15, you're like, oh no.
At one point, like the coolest thing is when the entire top of the screen, like when you got a new ship, it looked like a full triangle. Like that was the symbol of an extra ship in Asteroids. And like, you know, you'd have your top 3 in the right-hand corner. You started with 3. And then every 10,000, you get an extra one. So if you got to 80,000 without losing a ship, you'd have 11 ships lined up in the top of the screen. But when you had like 20 or 30 across the top and the entire ship, the entire top of the screen was extra ships. And then when you lose one, you wouldn't see a click, which meant that you had so many they were off the screen.
Wow.
That's when
that
you got,
was cool.
That's when you go
you
get
got shitting ships. That's when you can.
That's when you go get a
that's when
soft
you got
pretzel and
shit.
a fountain soda.
Yeah.
But you realize you're losing when you start to go, you lose a ship, and then you start to see the space showing up.
Oh, that's that
'cause
first,
you realize
like,
they're
yeah,
coming.
this is it.
And then you're down to your last shit, you know. And then you get one. You know, you bent down to 3, and then you pick one more.
A big crowd around you when you were
At one point, yeah.
At that point,
that was fucking, the newspaper came. and
Just
it was
wanted to let
big.
you know.
That's so
You're
cool.
going to see a kill screen? There's a kill screen coming up. There's a kill screen.
Yeah, there wasn't that culture, though. I mean, maybe it was. I just wasn't aware of it.
I think
but
it was
this
just the beginning of
this
it.
This was the beginning of
Yeah.
the 1981. I mean, it was.
Old
Oh,
video
no, there
games
was
were
that.
so fun.
There was still that culture because Pac-Man Fever was in the 80s.
Yes, I mean, no, it was popular, but it wasn't like. I didn't have any access to it. Like there was no way to share. I guess it existed on some level. I just
You know,
didn't know it.
the world was bigger back then without social media and
you
all
know,
this
that's
stuff
when-
bringing us together.
That's when a hello was a hello.
That's right. Back when everybody looked down at their phones all the time.
Ah, what's this?
Like a
Everybody's
fucking animal.
just text, whatever's happened. It's just a good hearty. Go fuck yourself.
You can see Mike Fanoia this weekend at the Improv in Washington, D.C. Friday and Saturday in D.C. at the Improv. On Sunday, he's making his way back here to Radio City Music Hall to perform at the Impractical Jokers. That's going to be great. And
That's
then
great.
on to Minnesota, Atlantic City. He's going on the cruise with the Jokers. Denver, you can go to Mike Fanoia, FINOIA.com, or follow Mike Fanoia on Twitter. Also, the podcast is Amigos with Mike Fanoia.
I have obviously the Degenerates, and if you want to see me live, it's April 3rd and 4th, or 4th and 5th. I don't remember. It's in Foxwoods. Go to JimNorton.com. Foxwoods in Boston, both selling very, very well. And the new Chip podcast is up, and I'm very happy with it.
Love it. Mike is hanging out,
Yeah.
and we'll be right back after this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's different.
You almost
Like it
think, like,
dates them.
Right. It's like, how were you not just lost? How did you know what he was doing? How did he know where to go? How did he contact you?
Yeah.
How many movies in the 80s and I would have just been over?
Yeah,
just
done.
send a tweet. Yeah. That's it. It's over.
There's
Yeah,
so
Home
many.
Alone would have been over in 5 minutes.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I recommend that one really highly. I love Joe Montana.
Macaulay Culkin just text the driver, like, hey, turn around. Parents left.
Yeah, right. Check in from home. It's over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike Fanoia is here. Mike Fanoia is going to be at the Improv in Washington, D.C. this weekend, Friday and Saturday. MikeFanoia.com for everything Mike Fanoia. Are you guys going to watch the debate tonight? Jim, neither one of our candidates are in it.
The fact that Tulsi, they still won't let her in this candidate. The fact that
They won't let
Bernie and Elizabeth Warren and fucking Biden, everyone in their 70s.
They won't let
Yeah.
They won't let Tulsi in. They won't yet let Yang Gang
Yeah,
in.
of course not. Why would they?
Today's Yang Gang's birthday, isn't it?
I
Or
think
was that yesterday?
It might have been yesterday.
Oh, all right.
People deserve what you get.
And but they're letting. Isn't the millionaire that bought his way in not Bloomberg, but the other guy that nobody knows? He's in it. I saw there was some. Can you look up who's in the
Who's
debate?
in the debates?
Because there was
Yeah.
one guy in there that was outrageous.
Boy, they sure filter it down to who they want.
What about Yang Gang?
You know who I want in it is Vermin Supreme. Have you seen that guy from New Hampshire? He wears a boot on his head. Have you ever seen him?
No.
This is the guy I want. Check out, if you guys can look up Vermin Supreme. He's from New Hampshire. He wears he's like the devil is his like running mate. If he wins, everybody gets a pony. He said that was his.
I'll vote for that. I want a pony.
But he wears a rain boot on
You
his
want
head.
a pony? It's gonna be. You think the dog shits in the yard?
Troy just Googled tonight. You could have put the date in.
Wait,
it would say tonight for all the old articles too.
What's Vernon's name?
Vermin Supreme.
Vermin.
Yeah, Vermin Supreme. The guy's the best.
Oh, his real name is Love.
Yeah, Vermin Love Supreme. That's him.
Did you see what he?
Troy was. He looked up the Democratic debate on Google, and then he couldn't find tonight's debate, so he wrote the word tonight and Googled it again, as if all of the old articles wouldn't say tonight.
Yeah. Look,
like there's dates on a calendar for a
move as
reason.
fast as I can for you guys. Vernon Supreme, who's on the?
Let's see
Democrat-
Vermin Supreme's Twitter.
Look up Vernon Supreme. We'll look
Vermin.
We'll look up the
There
debate
he is.
after.
Yeah, let's see his Twitter.
That's my guy. This guy should be president.
Is his name actually Vermin Supreme?
Yeah, Libertarian Party candidate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they put some good ones out.
He wears a rain boot on his head. That's his.
Why?
Dear reader, you are beautiful. Whatever is going on in your life right now, please know that you matter and your story is important. You are loved. I like that message.
I don't.
Yeah.
It only applies to some people.
The ones who deserve love.
No, the ones who are important.
Oh, I get you.
A lot of garbage people out there.
I think you're
A lot of
missing
fucking garbage people.
I think you might be missing his point. Look at all those ponies.
Yeah.
Obviously, Vermin's got the hookup.
He's a New Hampshire guy.
Oh, of course.
Pony-based economy.
Yeah.
This is our future.
Maybe I think he's underestimating the amount of ponies.
That's billions of ponies.
Yeah, he's probably looking in New Hampshire and being like, look at all these ponies. There's one for everybody.
And then you get a genetically modified pony, like a lab pony. There he is. What a fucking idiot.
Vermin Supreme. I'll vote for him. He's not in the debate though either. Troy, can you go back to work trying to figure out who the candidates are in this debate? You were literally looking up candidates. I mean, the last article you pulled up had had Kamala Harris in the debate. She's been out for weeks.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Cory Booker dropped out.
Cory
as
Booker
well.
dropped out yesterday.
Can't believe opening speaking Spanish wasn't a big hit.
Look, Troy, there's more than one article that says who. You keep going back to the same New York Times article.
No.
Tonight's debate could be a
Sam, when
doozy.
you're ready for the answers, I have them.
I'd rather.
No, I know. We
I'd rather. Oh, please click it, please. He almost clicked one that was from December 19th.
Ralph Nader.
because it said tonight.
Yep.
Troy, we don't need a video.
No, it's on a list.
It's a list. It's a simple list.
There we go. All right, let's see who it is.
Let's see who it is. See if we can find the simple list.
Oh, now.
Okay, still
Nope.
looking for that list.
Sign me up.
Little Popsky. Okay, those are not the people in this debate. Tulsi Gabbard was the first name on the list. Troy, I'm starting to think this might. You looked up how to watch.
The Soleimani. Yeah.
You looked up
exhausting.
You're googling the term Democratic debate tonight.
Now you're just clicking the
so
weather.
Why would it say, "Hey, here's who's on tonight"? Why would it say that?
Why wouldn't you just Google Why wouldn't you just ask Google the question with the date?
I did.
You didn't.
What's the date?
You wrote tonight.
What's today's date?
The sounds.
That was the problem. He doesn't know the date.
Of course, he doesn't know the date. He doesn't know how calendars work.
Can I tell you something?
Sure.
Yes.
He's already clicked on an article that clearly said, "Here's who is in tonight's."
And rolled right through
And
it.
he scrolled
Look
right
at that.
past
There it is.
Look how easy that was to find, Troy. Can you believe how simple that was? Can you believe how quick that went? Is that mind-boggling or what?
You guys make me nervous.
I think it's your age that's making you nervous.
Tulsi failed to, and Yang failed to.
But listen who's in it.
qualify.
Is Tom Steyer the guy?
Tom Steyer's in it, and Amy Klobuchar's in it.
Hi, I'm Tom Steyer. You might know me from some motivational films. What a dickhead name.
You mean to tell me that Tom Steyer and Amy Klobuchar have more support than Tulsi Gabbard or Andrew Yang?
Yeah.
How is Buttigieg doing?
I think Mayor Pete's doing all right. He's not like the front runner that he was for a minute.
It's so weird because you see one thing online and it says Bernie Sanders on top. And then the next thing right next to it goes, Joe Biden's on top. And it's like, you just don't, what silo are you getting it from? You have no idea.
Yeah, and you're waiting. Just tell me who's winning so I know who to vote for.
That's it. When's Vernon going to be on top?
They just give
Vermin's
you-
on top. Vermin Supreme is supreme.
Senator, billionaire. So yeah.
Yeah, it's just all, I don't know.
Now, Bloomberg is still running, but he's not in the debate because I guess you can't just jump in, and there's a certain amount of time that has to go by, and by the time he qualifies, the debates will be over.
He doesn't have enough donors.
Right, because he's not accepting donors.
The problem with Bloomberg, though, is his whole foreign policy. I don't know if I'd trust anything he'd say about foreign policy.
Why?
Because he's never done it. He's a smart guy, but he's never done it. I know Trump never did any of it, and I kind of like Trump had a different appeal than just being a former politician who did a nice job as mayor. Like, he had a job where he didn't have to do a foreign policy as a mayor, and he was pretty good at it. Trump came in is totally different with the reason.
But Bloomberg's like the businessman that Trump is. I mean,
it's not about, but Trump represented something that Bloomberg doesn't represent.
Yeah, that's
He
true.
represented something to people. It wasn't about, well, I think that Trump will be, it was the fact
Oh,
that,
no, I was more talking about your opinion as an individual more than, no, you're right.
I didn't care as
that.
much about Trump not knowing foreign policy or not having experience with it as I would be more concerned with Bloomberg not having.
Why?
Because he's in it.
Yeah, because again, Trump represented something different.
MAGA?
Walls.
That's Reagan.
Walls.
Yeah, I like walls.
I like walls.
Everyone likes
The
walls.
first thing I'd build a wall around myself if I want.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't have to deal with anybody.
I've got walls around me.
And you can't break them down.
That's true. You
So
love
this-
walls.
so-
It keeps you from talking about the terrible things that happen in your
No,
childhood.
walls are great because you have something to drill a hole through.
Who doesn't love a little mystery? Huh?
So Tom Steyer. So how come he's in? I don't know. I don't follow politics much. So how come Yang's out? Tom Steyer's
I
in?
guess he
Did
has
buy
good
his
people.
way in.
Look, we're idiots too. So
Yeah, but you guys are. That's just like foreign policy. You know, like you guys are in it.
because we said
you
foreign
are
policy.
idiots. You're supposed to be. Idiots.
How are they trending? Can we see how they're doing? I
Are
don't
you
know.
kidding me? You're gonna cast Troy with that? It took him half an hour to figure out who's in the
I
debate.
think you can do it.
Do you guys think that? Do you guys agree that, like, all right, so if you go to Fox, you're going to get one story. You go to this one, you're going to get. Where do you go when you just want no partisan anything? Is it Reuters? Is that
I
the
go to
one?
MSNBC.
Is that the one?
I don't know who's left.
NPR? Is that like? I know that's way left, probably, right?
NPR's pretty left.
Pretty left. Oh boy.
Is
I think
Reuters the one? BBC? Something like international?
Maybe BBC.
No. There's none of them. None.
Nothing.
There's nothing that's got just straight
None.
down the middle news.
None.
It's crazy, isn't it?
None.
You kind of just have to read everything. He went
Yeah,
back-
and figure out what the.
That's why you vote for the guy that's giving away ponies. It doesn't matter
That's
anymore.
it.
We're all
That's
going to
it.
die.
Look, Yang Gang's giving us cash.
I'll take cash over a pony.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
I'll take the pony and sell it.
Yeah.
Or I'll
You can
whip it and make it give kids rides. I'll whip the pony until it makes me money. I'll beat it with a fucking iron cord.
and then retract it.
And retract it and then whip it until it gives children's rides until it makes me the money that I would have gotten from Yang. All right, Biden, Sanders, Warren, Buttigieg, Steyer, Yang is
You're
still on
looking
that
at
one.
you're looking at the Nevada.
January 14th. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the second one is the overall, I think. Yeah.
Gabbard only got 2%, I guess. Yeah.
No, it's still the
Booker 2. Okay, so if Yang is above Klobuchar and Steyer, where he should be.
Klobuchar's not going to win. That's a hockey name.
No, why are Klobuchar and Steyer showing
I just want
up
to hear
this
2
thing?
minutes for high sticking after that name.
Yeah, no one likes the name Klobuchar. President Klobuchar.
There is a conspiracy that the media is trying to push down Tulsi and Yang.
I believe that too.
Yeah,
100%.
That's the conspiracy that
And
they're.
again, of course they are, because I see the way that CNN treated her, and I see the question they gave her. It's not paranoia. It's like literally I've watched the way they've treated her. It's disgusting.
So why are they trying to shut down Yang?
Because they're both, I don't know. I
They
guess
actually
they're
have some
different.
new ideas. He has some different ideas.
Yeah, they want to just keep pumping out the same.
They'd like to actually solve some problems.
Right. Do you think Bernie's just been around too long to ignore anymore? Like, because a couple of years ago, he was kind of the one that was getting ignored, right?
But interestingly, like Bernie is like the face of radicalism, but I don't believe that he really wants to do anything different. I mean, he fell right in line last time.
He did fall in line. They fucking slapped Bernie and he got right in line.
He got right in line. Meanwhile, Andrew Yang's over here going like, hey, idiots, robots are going to destroy everything.
Yeah.
And then the media's like, well, shut the fuck up. Yeah. Shut up.
Robots are just kicking his knees out from behind him.
Yeah.
Plus, he's not 90 years old.
Right, and we don't like that.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
They're going to have the under 50 on Nickelodeon tonight. That's what they
Right.
should have everybody else there.
Yeah, it's going to be on, it's going to be like kids news. Here's Andrew Yang.
Then they get slimed right after.
Exactly.
The economy is great. People are working. You know, the market is great.
Economy is really good.
Yeah, I mean,
Gas is cheap.
Yeah,
Gas
just
is cheap.
Give Trump credit for that. People won't give him credit.
Yeah.
I mean, the economy. You don't like his other shit, fine, but the economy is fucking great.
Yeah.
Good.
That's how I would say.
And-
Is the stock market good? That's what I would search if I was going to start putting money into it.
Yeah.
Stock market good now?
Troy wrote right now. He wrote, is the stock market good right now? I just love that you're writing things like tonight and right now. And like, why wouldn't an article come up from a year ago
Right now.
that said right now in the text?
Am I going to be happy tomorrow? Google?
You know,
Look, you guys, I'm doing the best I can out here. Okay?
like, do you get that Google is not a living, breathing
But
person?
Isn't it like, remember, you like Jeeves? You could say. Asking a question.
See if Ask Jeeves is still available. Maybe we can start. We
Yeah,
can
maybe
start.
move over there?
Yeah,
All
I
right,
think
hang
that could be more helpful for you, Ask Jeeves.
This is like when James Dolan tweeted James Dolan instead of searching James.
Ask Jeeves is still
Okay,
around.
all right. Let's
All right,
stick.
so here, what should I ask?
From now on, all searching we do, Troy.
Okay.
Just to make it easier for you, because I get it. I'm here to.
Okay.
Look, I'm not here to degrade you. I'm here
Yeah,
to find.
oh, really?
No, I'm not.
You're here to lift him up.
Yes, I'm a solutions-based person, like the Fire Festival. We're really not a problems-based group. We're a solutions-based group.
That's right.
Right?
Yes.
See, isn't that much easier to read for you, Troy?
We want you to develop best practices and
I don't
circle
know-
back
I
and
don't know
deep
what's going on
dive.
here.
Circle back.
That's all the words. Me and my buddy that did sales, we used to just make a ticker of how many words, how many bullshit words that just meant I don't know. At sales calls, deep dive, circle back, best practices, all that shit.
Blue sky it.
Blue sky, yeah, exactly.
Run it up
the
the
devil's in the
flagpole.
details. That was a really good one.
Look at how terrible this search is. Look at how awful this thing. You can't find anything.
Well, that's why Ask Jeeves is probably not.
But you would think they would try
Is
to
this
upgrade
Ask
a
Jeeves
little
or
bit.
no?
This is Ask Jeeves.
The third thing is
Ask
pot
Jeeves is a
stock.
cocksucker.
Fuck
of
Jeeves.
Billy Jeeves, what a dick.
Jeeves stinks.
Who's hosting the? Who's whatever facilitating
The debate,
tonight's
Ricky.
debate?
They got Ricky Gervais to do
Oh,
it.
that'd be great.
Yeah. He did
Can
so
you
good at the
imagine,
Globes.
though, if he was said that? Oh, would that be different?
Well, first of all, oh my God.
Oh, stop.
I just want to keep asking questions.
Hey, Travis.
Yeah.
Democratic.
Yeah.
DEMIRATIC.
Democratic?
Democratic. Sounds like a fucking shitty opener for corn or something.
It
Democratic.
really does.
Democratic.
Some kind of like Norwegian metal.
All right, so if the stock market, you want me to find out if the stock market is
No.
doing great right now?
No.
What should I put
No.
in?
We want to go to Ask Jeeves, and we want to
I
find
was
out.
I was there.
I know.
Ask Jeeves to kill himself.
Ask Jeeves who's hosting the debate tonight. Mike Fenoya wants to know.
I want to know.
Who's hosting the debate? And you could do tonight because that's Ask Jeeves.
Debate, not debate. Debate.
Debate.
Did he write debate?
Yep.
Yeah. Devate.
There you go, right there.
All right, Troy. Did Jeeves give us the answer?
It's an ad.
It's just all
the
ads.
first three are ads.
Okay.
The first three is just straight viruses.
Oh, boy, is this bad.
Okay.
Well, then I can't go to the Times or the Post because it won't.
The Post will.
Well, also,
Well, it'll give me a pop-up.
I know.
Everything you need to know.
but Troy, pay the $1. Let's go.
Do you think Warren has a shot at this?
Yeah, they all
Winning the
nomination.
I mean, yeah,
nomination?
the
I think Trump would. I don't know. She might actually do okay debating him.
What is so funny?
Kind of hilarious. Like
You're looking. He's looking at an article from November 20th
Oh.
that says Democratic debate because he
Tonight.
keeps writing tonight.
How to watch lineup moderators.
Jeeves is like selling old newspapers on the corner.
It's Jeeves' fault.
But it's
Just
from the.
fish wrapped in them.
But do you see how since the word tonight also pertained to the 20th when that was true?
Okay.
Go to Bing. Bing is actually the
Yeah,
best.
Bing
search
is
engine.
actually a little. Troy, try Bing. I'm going to say this is not your fault, Troy. You should be able to write tonight.
Yeah.
And not have a November 20th article
They
come
ask you
up.
to be so specific.
Wow, that's an interesting
Troy, just Bing it.
All right, Troy, find out who's hosting the debate
Do you
tonight.
like Bing?
Yeah, you just Bing it.
Yeah, let's Bing it.
Bing.
Okay, so you wrote debate again.
Bing is
Sure.
the
I'm
Samsung of
typing it.
search
I'm
engines.
The Devate.
Who is hosting the debate
BBC
tonight?
Prime Ministerial debate tonight. Good. December 6th.
Okay. Oh,
right.
my God.
That's perfect. That's right, actually. November 20th.
posted another article from the 20th of
Put
November.
the date, Troy.
It's 2 months ago. You
11-14?
No, that's a T, not a 1. T1-14.
What are we buying mechanical calculators
Oh
now?
my God.
There we go, right there.
This isn't funny.
December 12th.
Yeah, December 18th. That's perfect.
Wow.
Man, Troy, you are
Getting me flustered.
Yeah, this is amazing.
what a total idiot.
Just like watching a cooking show when shit just starts boiling over.
It's terrible.
Here we go. This is it.
I mean, Troy, you are bad.
Okay, here we
Wolf
go.
Blitzer
There we go.
and Abby Phillip.
Wolf Blitzer and Abby Phillip.
And correspondent Brienne
That's an easy showbiz name.
Fennelsteinel.
P-F-A-N-N-E-S-T, Fenesteel.
Fennelsteel.
Oh, Fenesteel.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how long it must take Troy to just find regular information at home?
Like, where eat here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hungry now, where?
He just types in restaurants by my house. Send to Google.
That comes up.
Right now.
That comes up. If you go to Yelp, it'll say around my location. So you're.
I asked Jeeves. I don't do Yelp. I don't trust anybody except Jeeves.
All right, I'll start using Jeeves.
Yeah, start using Jeeves. It's a little better, I think.
I think next time I need to take a day off instead of giving Mike the responsibility of gathering news stories.
Oh my God. Troy's like, hey, I found this article that, it really goes to the discussion we were having today. This article is from 1998, Troy. Still
It's
pretend.
about tiger blood.
Do you get frustrated?
Yeah, I mean, you guys don't make it any easier.
Hey, did you guys hear Jim Norton had a fight with Jesse Ventura the other day? Nope. That just popped up on your recommended watch list. That was from years ago.
Typing as fast as I
See,
can.
Apple's making phones.
Bro, the flip phone's dead.
The Razor one from that Razor out. Do you watch these? Are you like it? Are you going to watch it?
No, I'll watch moments of them, but I find them, they're boring and they're predictable. Nobody says anything. The guy that said anything interesting was Trump. Like, as far as not even the content, just the fact that he was saying what he wanted to say. Then none of these guys have anything. They're all, to me, they're all kind of hacks.
Yeah,
They're
just
hit and
throwing
miss.
shit at each other.
Sometimes they can be amazing.
Yeah.
And the last couple were amazing just because there were so many people on, they started bickering. And that's where it gets entertaining. But without Tulsi, because Tulsi's she's a little firecracker up there. Everybody's
When they
going
ask
after
questions,
her.
they ignore her, yeah.
Right.
I like when Tulsi's up there because she gets in fights with people.
Yeah.
Andrew Yang's he's entertaining and he's different. He's actually talking about robots, which is what people should be talking about.
Yep.
Yeah.
But without those two,
That is true. He is talking about what? He's talking about robots.
he's talking about real life stuff.
Yeah, it's like, you guys don't see this shit happening?
they're like, yeah, we're trying not to. So
Yeah.
if you could really shut the fuck up, Andrew Yang.
It's like at the Golden Globes when like someone's speech goes long, they just start playing the music over
Andrew Yang is like, automation is a terrible.
and the award for best.
And what a little rat Elizabeth Warren is, saying like, Bernie said that a woman couldn't win, but oh no, I don't want to get into it. You fucking little tattletale. You fucking school marm tattletale.
Yeah, really.
Yes,
shut up.
It's elementary school principal energy.
Yesterday,
really does.
Yeah, it is true.
Yeah.
Yesterday, this story starts to bubble that in a private conversation, Bernie Sanders, Mr. Radical left, told Elizabeth Warren that a woman can't win the presidency.
He's probably talking about the state of the country, and he's probably right when he said it.
just taken out of context like everything else.
Right. And first of all, the fact that Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders are having a conversation means they're trying to figure out, how are we going to run for president?
Right.
160 between us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what moving picture do you want to go to after?
I'm sure what he was saying was it's going to be tough for a woman to beat Trump because of what
I don't
Trump
think
is
a
gonna
woman can
say.
beat him. There's nobody running.
God.
Yeah.
And then, of
Pick
course,
her up and Hogan slammer.
well, you know what? A woman did beat Trump by 3 million votes.
We don't know that.
Right.
The robots took them.
Exactly. Automation. How about Yang? Get in here and talk about these
Yeah.
robots. That's the problem. But yeah, Elizabeth Warren put out a statement that she was like, I don't want to talk about private conversations. We had a difference of opinion. Privately, Bernie Sanders said that he didn't think a woman could win, and I disagreed. But we're not here to talk about that.
It's not like you
You said
said
it.
fucking snitch.
You said it.
What a fucking little tattletale school marm.
Do you think she realized that we were 24 hours away from a debate?
Yeah, I don't know, but I guess at her base that will turn them off.
What do you mean?
Do you see her dance? I mean, the people who might be voting radically left people might go, "Oh, it's terrible that he said that."
Oh yeah.
Did you watch her dancing? How uncomfortable was that?
Yeah, we
No.
watched it on the show.
Oh.
It was
She
terrible.
danced?
It's terrible.
Would she do the electric slide?
That would have been more dignified than her fucking dancing to R.E.S.P.E.C.T.
Oh,
Though,
no.
by the way, the most fucking overrated song ever.
It is an overrated
Show
song.
some
Overplayed.
R-E-S-P-I-C-T.
The best. This idiot. Suck it to me, suck it to me, suck it to me, suck it to me. Oh. Fucking boo.
I think.
I
think
thought we were
there's.
gonna watch her dance.
I think there's. Well, I mean, Troy's looking it up, so strap
I'll come
in,
back
you know.
next week.
I hope you packed a lunch. I think.
Man crashes Elizabeth. Where's Elizabeth Warren dancing? There you go. You just
ask Jeeves if Jeeves can find it for you, Troy.
It's just Elizabethans doing the cha-cha.
Say, can I please watch Elizabeth
Can you
Warren?
show me?
Why can you show me?
Because you gotta ask. Yeah, you gotta ask Jeeves.
Oh,
this is like Jeopardy?
Yeah, it's in the form of a question.
Yeah.
Jeeves, otherwise,
What is-
Jeeves won't know.
Jeeves is a cunt.com.
Ask right.
Okay, let's
this
see.
is hard. What a, oh, there you go.
There
Dance
you go.
moves. You,
No, the first.
Well,
the
that-
Post Theater
no.
Critic?
Why does it all
No,
have like
this is
weird
on the- this
wing
is-
dings in
look,
between
this
it?
is on.
All right, but it will still show it. Oh, no.
That's
the-
Yeah, but if I pulled that one up,
No,
then you'd be
that's,
like, that's
you're right.
the-
That's wrong.
Yeah, it would make you look like an idiot.
Go to videos.
Can you show
You-
me
there
the
is-
of Warren dancing?
Oh, there's a videos tab at the very, very top, Troy. If you go all the way to the right.
Oh.
There you go, bub.
I'm on it.
Okay, there you go. You're on videos.
Okay.
Not having any luck.
You just have to unplug your phone cord first.
You know,
Oh, here we go. I found it. I found it.
No, that's not
that's not it. You know, I mean, if you had,
I'll just look it up when I go home.
yeah, you could. Being the fact, you know, I gave a little hint when I said we played it on the show, meaning we have the video.
But then if I went back and I don't remember what day, and I would be going through the days, and you're like, "You fucking idiot!" That
Now
was
we're on
last.
Priceline.
Well, you might look like an idiot as you were doing it, and you are not making that. You're not making me seem silly by calling you an idiot. That's all I'm saying.
Well, what I'm saying is, if I pick the day, it's going to be the wrong day. You'd be
You
like,
wouldn't
"That-
say the day. You would write today.
Yeah.
Where?
Just search your email for Warren Day.
Yeah, do a
if I
quick
did
search.
that, and it would
Warren
be a
Dance.
whole
Go
other
to the search.
thing.
Go to the search.
Can you
You're
show
like
me?
you're like the driving instructor with the brake on the other side.
Yeah.
You know what's the worst part of all this? You know what's the grand saboteur of the whole thing? Who is the grand saboteur?
Oh.
Travis, at any point, could have just whispered in Troy's ear all the answers,
I do all the time.
every
I
website.
know. He could have helped out.
All the time I do it.
You're saying you're not your brother's keeper?
No, not right now. This is funny.
He's
You're
got to spread
enjoying
his
it?
wings
Yeah,
and
this
fly
is
one
great.
day. This
Right.
is it. This is
And
the
by the
video?
way, I had this video before.
You didn't.
Yeah, you did actually. I told him it was wrong.
Let's see her fucking
No, it was a
crowd
different
surf.
video.
All right, let's watch it.
was
Yeah, she's
different.
really good.
I think that was
Oh,
the day
she-
that he dropped out.
Oh,
she
and is he supporting Elizabeth
god-awful.
Warren now?
Yeah.
Wow.
All right.
And there might be. It might be entertaining to watch
Every
her
time
and
she
Bernie
talks-
Sanders fight at this debate.
Yeah,
that's
I'll
gonna-
watch it.
Every time she talks, it's like she caught someone smoking cigarettes outside of the high school. Like she just got like that. Like this is the
You
last
know,
time.
you're not-
She has scolding energy.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
it's not like parent scolding; it's teacher scolding.
teacher. Oh,
Yeah.
totally.
Yeah.
Athletic director.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So Mike will be at the DC Improv this
Yes.
weekend.
Yes.
Friday and Saturday, and then
Great.
Sunday, Radio City Music Hall, on to Bloomington, Minnesota, January 23rd, on to the Borgata, to Denver. Go to Mike Finoia, FINOIA.com for all that. And, of course, the podcast, Amigos with Mike Finoia. And for any of you Fish fans, you got a big podcast coming out at midnight tonight, right?
Yeah, on Spotify. It's called Still Chasing. It's just about being an obsessed fan of something. And I had 25 years of seeing fish, and it led me in a lot of weird places. I got to meet Ken Kesey, the author of Cuckoo's Nest, and I interviewed him. And I have part of the interview, his final ever interview on the podcast.
He's dead, huh?
So, yeah,
Incredible.
he died 2 months after I interviewed him.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that's in there in the project. And
Hope you asked him about why, how he felt about Chief being hidden. The fact that
in
he
the
could
movie.
talk. Yeah.
Yeah, he hated the movie.
Did he?
He got robbed. They did the movie from the,
play.
McMurphy's point of view instead of the chief, like the book.
They should have. The movie was better. I read the book.
All right, well, luckily he's dead.
Come
He
on,
didn't-
Jay,
he
He
didn't
wants
want
some
to
prayers, but yeah, it's called Still Chasing, and it's going to be out on everything.
I love it.
Good
Thank
job.
you.
Watch The Degenerates, and the new Chip podcast is up. That's a really good one.
All right, guys.